best part.
Get old. You're quite right.
Oh, man.
Cool.
I'm not saying this to be sassy, but it's actually even funnier when you're not here and it happens.
What do you mean? How can that
Because
even be possible?
Because other people use it. There's soundboards on the thing, on the chat.
That's true. That's true. But
So
like,
we use
if
it
I'm
when you're
here,
not here. And then I'm like, oh, Nick's not here. Oh, hang on, he is here. And then I'm like, no, it's the soundboard.
It's even better when I use it in my mate's Discord server and they're like, who the hell has joined the call?
Amazing.
Oh no.
What is going on here? Alright, so, Nick, you were not present for the last session.
Yes, that is correct.
Have you read up on what happened last?
I have not. I assume it went flawlessly though.
That is definitely one thing you could not say. No, it went fine. So
Okay.
It went alright.
Steph and Alex did some vague threatening of that witch hunter,
Oh, we sure did.
who may or may not have shat himself.
Oh,
'Cause-
that's right. He totally did.
Was it Steph that, or Wolfgang that did like the ultimate intimidate, which caused him, and then he like crit failed his cool check?
I think it was Steph, but I was helping.
Yes,
You were helping a
I
great
agree.
deal.
That sounds right. But yeah, so he like quite literally crapped his pants.
Yeah.
Wow.
And essentially it boiled down to he was hired by that witch hunter back in Ubersreich to track down Heike and any of her known associates.
Right. The one that had like the massive mob come after us.
Yeah,
one time.
that one time. Yeah.
Hmm.
Wolfgang didn't like that, funnily enough.
No, I didn't. Well, that's right. I kind of failed a cool test and sort of snapped about it. So Wolfgang's pretty convinced that he's actually a Tzeentchian sorcerer who's been, causing all of the problems that have happened to us.
Yeah, right.
Naturally, right? Because obviously, like, that's why he knows who we are, and he's like, we were going to like sort of lay Heike to rest as far as him, like, I was concerned. And yet here's this dickhead coming back to fuck us up again. So yeah,
Bastard.
I was sad at him in an angry way. I took masculinity at him.
Very much did. Full on, like, pimp slapped him.
Yeah.
You ended up letting him go after determining that he had no more information to give. And Wolfgang, I think, kind of like religious guilted him into being like, "You're not a."
It was the other guy.
Oh, yes, you're right. It was the other guy being like,
Yeah.
"You're not a true follower of Sigma if you're like harassing people on the street." So they take the boat down to Bögenhafen. It takes another 4 days. Nothing happens. And you arrived in Bögenhafen just as the Scharfenfest was starting, which is the annual big sort of market festival type thing. And you went exploring. There was a wrestling ring. Leon did some wrestling.
Then got stitched up with
Very much
everything
stitched
he
up.
could, but he still unfortunately didn't quite pull it off, which was a shame because he did really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, got a bit stitched up there. Unfortunate, but he did quite well. Then you found a drunken dwarf in a set of stocks who was trying to convince you all to pay his fine so he could be let out, so he could go drink some more. And Wolfgang continued his shame parade and like shamed him into taking his punishment on the chin. Which he did. Then they were like, right, well, we're here to try and find the von Schwartzes. Let's go. So they made their way to the affluent part of town, went to and found the von Schwartz residence. And when speaking with Johanna's parents. So not Johanna's parents, Hiker's parents, I should say.
My parents are the sea and the wind. I don't know.
We're speaking with Hiker's parents. Sorry. The mother starts like breaking down, and seeing this, Wolfgang kind of tries to or like he loses his cool a bit.
Yeah.
Failed another cool
Like,
test.
what really happened?
Yeah.
We were being really euphemistic about what happened, and,
Yep.
and I sort of stuff, and then asked what really happened, and
You started gibbering a
neither of
little
us
bit.
could. Yeah. I lost it and went on one of my slightly paranoid rants, and was like, "Oh, I reckon Hiker's still alive in the Crystal Maze, being tortured for all eternity, in the realm of chaos." Basically.
right.
And Johanna
then,
just cried.
And Johanna just bawled her eyes out. So
That's right. Yeah, it was quite pathetic.
So a very professional and very
We're
tactful.
so professional.
And then
Bedside manner off the
yeah,
charts.
and then Lord von Schwartz very quickly sort of like scooted you out, being like, "I don't need you around."
That's
Out with
right.
it. Although he did give you a coin purse with 12 gold crowns.
I had some money in it. Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm,
god damn it.
Well,
for your efforts. So with your task done, you returned to the Scharfenfest and found Dr. Malthusius' Zucopia. And there were a multitude of horrors on display, which were mostly just animals that either were wearing a fur coat or had a fake eye or something attached to them.
That's right.
But there
see.
was a genuine three-legged goblin.
Three-legged goblin.
Three-legged goblin.
not wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Not that sort of
Just a
three-legged
third-
Just
goblin.
a goblin with
third
three
regular
legs.
limb. Yeah.
The Dr. Malthusius had a dwarf sort of side guy who was like maintaining the animals, and as he walked past the goblin cage, the goblin freaked out and tried to escape, and Wolfgang sort of belted at one, knocked it out.
Amazing.
They put it back in the cage. Malthusius gave each of the party members a shilling for their efforts in capturing the goblin, even though it was literally just Wolfgang. And then the show sort of starts, where he starts, showing off all of these various creatures with a K, and the goblin once again escapes, but this time it ducks out the back of the cage, out the back of the tent, and then disappears. And when you guys all ran outside to go and see if you could find where it had gotten to, you spotted a hole in the town wall, and it had crawled into that and had disappeared.
Gone all robo
You
for
go
me.
on Robo.
Sound like a extra track off an Eiffel 65 album.
Oh, good. Hang on, I'm getting some really bad voice ping. That's not great.
Is
Is
it
it?
super robo for everyone else?
It is very
Hang on,
robust.
I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect.
Well, it's definitely not better.
Hello? Is that better?
Hello.
Hello, there we go.
That's better.
Right, don't know why that did that, but here we are. Right, is that
So I
that's
like-
better? You can hear me fine?
Yes. I
Yeah.
like that it says here that that Malthusius gets Wolfgang to move back behind the line. There was no line.
There was no line.
Yes. Yeah, that was good.
Still.
Anyway, so yeah, a watch patrol showed up and was like, the fuck's going on? And Malthusius sort of tried to explain it away. And then Wolfgang volunteered the party to go and capture the goblin.
Well, so that's what I was going to briefly add to you, Ben. So I was just looking at my ambitions and party ambitions, etc.
Mhm.
Obviously, they need to be rejigged. I completed my long-term one.
Mhm.
Now, I had down as the party ambition, obviously, have a meeting with Carl Franz.
Party
That was a
short term?
party goal. That was a party short-term goal, yeah.
Right.
I don't know whether we got our XP for that or not.
I don't know that. I feel like we must have done that though. Well, I mean, you did, right? You had an encounter with Carl Franz.
Correct. Yeah.
So whether or not, let me look at a character sheet. I'm just going to look at Steve's character sheet because it's the first one on my list. Maybe. There we go. Didn't want to open for some reason. I feel like I did.
I can't remember. You might have.
Well, Leon's character sheet is not terribly useful at all because it has nothing. Nothing at all.
Okay, yeah, no. So last week we did add it as our short goal. That's why I have current XP. You gave us 50 for it, I believe.
But that was that for hikers thing?
That was for hikers thing.
Okay, then we haven't.
I'm sure that I would have given you experience for completing that short-term goal of meeting Carl Franz, but if I didn't, then that's my bad.
I had a personal short term of like getting the party to the meeting, which I completed,
Yeah.
Yes.
but I don't remember completing the party one.
Yeah, and I've got no. I just looked at Nick's one as well, and there's not one there either. I would have assumed that there would have been one. So feel free to add that in as an additional short-term goal, as a completed short-term goal. Sorry.
That's another 50. Yeah.
So that's another 50 XP. Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Return party
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah, no problem.
Who was it? Chat with Frank
AF.
Cards?
The big man himself.
The big man.
The dude you tried to assault. The
Oh
leech.
yeah, that's right.
I don't remember
The Lich
assaulting
King.
anyone.
Well,
No, I
I
didn't.
said tried to. I said tried to.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'll...
Cool.
And then that was that. So yeah, Wolfgang completed a long-term goal. You all completed a short-term party goal. You each would have gotten, and I haven't added this in for you guys, so I had it written down in the the session notes. But you all would have earned 30 XP for the encounter with the bounty hunter, plus an additional 20 XP for the initial capture of the goblin, and then agreeing to track down and recapture the goblin. Leon also would have earned an additional 10 XP for having wrestled the wrestling guy. And then, yeah, there's 3 gold coins.
What was-
Sorry?
What was the first one? The total. So what was the total, not including my extra 10?
50?
Okay, because I just missed the first one. So
Yeah, so it was, you got 30 for your
25
encounter with the bounty hunter,
and then 20.
and then 20 for the goblin scenario, and then you got an additional 10 for wrestling.
Do I as well?
Sorry?
Do I get that 30 and 20 as well?
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
And then I don't know what we're gonna do for our party short term and long term now.
So, I mean, I was going to suggest the short-term party could be to recapture the goblin. Unless
That's a
Ben
good
thinks that'll happen too quickly. I don't know how long.
I mean,
that's
short-term goals are
pretty
meant to
good.
happen within a couple of sessions. I am going to say
Unless
that's
you
not
think
a
it's going to happen quicker than that.
that is not a suitable short-term goal.
Okay. Cool. Well, then who knows? We'll just see what happens.
Yeah.
But if you think of anything,
We still got to try and get the bounty hunter of power back, or is he's gone?
the
With what happened?
the bounty hunter is has
Well, not
been-
bounty hunter. The the what do you call it? Witch hunter or whatever.
Yep, I mean, you could definitely make that a long-term party goal if you want to try and get the witch hunter off your trail.
Yeah. Or resolve it, however that is.
I mean, my long-term party goal is still set up a monster hunting business, so it might be more tangible to make the long-term party goal to get this witch hunter off our back.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Like a long-term party trying to resolve the witch hunter. Yeah.
Yeah. That bastard, man. Cool. Alright. New long-term party goal. Get the witch hunter off our back.
Yep. One way or another.
My
Still like
personal ambitions are all debt-based.
Mine are also debt-based, but in a very different sense.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, not sure
Your
about
long-term
short-term.
is your long-term party goal die?
Yeah, my long-term ambition is, seek a mighty doom, proclaim my honor, die well.
Nice.
It's gonna happen eventually. It has to happen eventually.
Not necessarily. You could become like Gotrek Gurnison and just be the worst slayer in existence. Never die.
No, nope, I have to die, otherwise I keep shaming my family, and I'm not gonna shame them. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die well. It's gonna be great.
Not even the old world blowing up can kill you.
That's it. Is too good as IP. Bring
His
it back.
books in Age of Sigmar are actually like pretty good though.
Yeah, nice. A lot of his stories are pretty good.
It's kind of good because he's like, they've got the same perspective as like the reader at the beginning, because he's like, what the fuck is it? All this shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He just thinks everybody's demons and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if depending on how far back you go, there's probably an argument to say that.
Yeah.
They were basically dreamed up by Dracothian in the ether of the realms.
True.
So
True.
Everything
We're
was
all
the fault
demons.
of the
it's
old
kind of
ones.
not wrong. Yeah. I love in first edition, Seraphon actually had the demon keyword, but they were good still. Because all Seraphon were dreamed up by Slan. Slan
Yeah.
didn't, but all Seraphon units had them, except the Slan had demon keyword. Yeah.
No, well, they don't have the keyword, but still half of them are dreams.
Yeah. Some of them are dreams and some of them aren't, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so what have you guys settled on for a short-term party goal?
I don't think we have one.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
I don't know. We might have to wait and see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. And a long-term party goal?
Is to resolve the witch hunter situation.
Yeah.
Get that motherfucker off our back.
Whether that's killing him or losing the
I haven't got
trail or
time.
whatever.
Bro, I haven't got time to die to him, right? Just like, get him out of here. Just, Who knows what will happen?
That's it.
Alright. Well, with that life admin out of the way, shall we press on?
I think
Sure.
yeah.
Everyone happy with their own personal short-term, long-term goals, all that sort of stuff?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
All good. All good. Let's go.
Okay. Alright, so you guys were around here, if I remember rightly, just down this way on the map.
Near a little tent.
And so that was the tent where the zoo was, and the goblin has escaped out of the tent and gone through a hole in the wall, sort of in this general area.
Oh, so he's gone into the main...
Into the city, yeah.
So into the city.
Oh, that makes way more sense why we would care about this goblin.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, when you're so the party at the moment is observing the hole in the wall where the goblin has disappeared through, and the watch is about to take Malthusius and his dwarf companion off to the town magistrate to get him to explain what's happened and see if there are any consequences for having a rogue goblin go loose in the city.
I imagine there's going to be some.
Are there any things you want to say to either Malthusius or the city watch before they disappear?
I guess we could ask them where best to find where a goblin might end up if he were trying not to be found.
One of the watchmen breaks off from the rest of the patrol, who lead off Malthusius and the dwarf.
I will go to talk to them before they leave completely, but after this.
And he has a look at the hole in the wall and says, "Oh, yep, I've seen this light before. This connects up to the sewer system of the city. That seems a likelier place as any for the goblin to have disappeared off to." You want an access into the sewers then to track this thing down?
Yes, I think that would be something that would work for us.
Alright. Well, come with me. You'll need some specialist equipment to get down into the sewers. It's a fair ways underground. So, come with me. And he starts leading you to the nearest watch post, which is probably just inside the gate over here. And we will cut to what Leon is doing before we get on with that. Steve?
What? Oh, please, wait 1 second. I understand you have a job to do, but you really want to do so much paperwork. Perhaps if you can hold on to these fellows, and if we manage to find the goblin, it is no harm. It is an attraction for the festival, so it is to be expected. And if we don't find it, then you do what you have to do.
Look, this is between you and me. This is just above my pay grade. I just get hired just to work the Scharfenfest once a year, so I'm just following what I've been told. Any sort of ruckus, any sort of thing out of the ordinary, it's got to go to the magistrate. He will decide whether it's worth his time or not.
Well, I'm just trying to save you that situation. But if you think it is what you must do, then I am not one to stop you. It's just my advice as a fellow guard.
Well, I appreciate that. But he won't be going anywhere. Let's put it that way. He'll be at the very least at the good graces of the magistrate until such time as this is resolved.
Noted. Thank you. And I'll head back to the party.
Cool. All right.
Just trying to get them out of going to jail or anything, getting their good graces, but unfortunately, so.
Right. Sorry, were you saying something there? Was it Alex?
Nope.
Nope. Sorry, I thought that someone had cut in there, but I.
That was just me talking.
Okay. Alright, so you make your way to the watch station here, and the guard you're speaking with gets you to wait in the sort of main sort of entrance chamber and disappears out the back. And you can hear him rustling around, and you can hear what sounds like a pot or a pan being dropped and clanging around, and he comes out with a 8-foot long ladder with hooks on one end.
Oh.
Looks almost like a ladder that you use for like scaling a wall. So he says, right, well, you'll be needing this to get down into the sewers, and you'll also be needing this to get around inside some of the sewers as well. The sewers themselves, and he starts leading you off in this direction.
That's what.
You're up.
Sorry, I accidentally unmuted. My bad.
So yeah, he starts leading you off in this direction, and he says, right, there's a few things you want to know about the sewers in Bögenhafen. You've got two different types of shafts that you will likely come across. You got major arterials, and then you got smaller, minor sewer channels. The major ones, fairly large. You got 2 3-foot walkways on either side of the actual channel, and then the channel itself is 5 feet across and about 5 feet deep. So to get down into it, you have to use a ladder because it's about 8 feet from street level down to the top of the walkway. They can be slippery at times, but for the most part, the major ones, not a problem to traverse around in. Minor ones, however, are a lot smaller. They're only about 5 foot in diameter across, and there's no walkways on those, so you're going to have to walk through the effluent channel. But with those ones, they're not too deep. They're only about a foot deep. So you'll want the ladder to be able to get across from one side to the other of the major channels, because otherwise I don't think, particularly you, Master Dwarf, fancy going for a swim in those major channels. They're, as I said, they're at their deepest. They get to about 5 foot of sewage, and that's not fun for anyone, especially someone of your height, Mr. Dwarf.
I give him like fucking daggers from my eyes. I'm like, hey.
So he leads you to. Let me just get my map up. Yeah, so essentially here, where there's that little sort of dark rectangle there, just on the center of the road next to it, there is a manhole, and the guard uses the butt end of his spear to lever up the manhole and push it out the way, and then he says, right, okay, let's we'll plop the ladder down, and you'll need someone to secure it at the other end because it's going to be slippery. So who would like to go down first and hold the ladder at the base end?
Go on then. I'll do it.
Alright, so he lowers the ladder down, and you can hear, so he lowers it so that he's holding onto the hook end, not the other way around. So he lowers it down, and you can see as he's bringing it down that there are like handholds sort of carved into the rock of the access shaft. And so he hooks the hooks of the ladder into that first sort of rung, and he says, right, I'll hold it from here, but it's going to be unstable until someone's holding it at the other end, so do be careful, Master Dwarf.
Aye, aye.
So as you descend the ladder, I'll need you to make for me an average athletics check.
Why did I agree to this? Why did I suggest this? Average. Here we go.
Ho ho!
Do I want to re-roll? No, I'm not going to re-roll it. We're going to take it. We're going to do it.
Okay. Alright, well, you slip.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. It's actually even worse. Apparently my advantage hadn't reset yet. My target number is actually 18, not 38.
Oh, good.
So it's even worse.
So it's even worse. Great. It's still a crit fail, but it's a worse crit fail.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so you fall. How much? I just need to just have a quick look and see what falling damage looks like. When you fall, you suffer 1d10 damage, plus 3 for every yard you fall. Reduced by toughness, but not armor.
There's no toughness, but not armor. Well, I've got a toughness bonus of 5.
Cool.
So
if more wounds are suffered from a fall than your toughness bonus, you also gain the prone condition.
Oh.
Alright, so I'll roll a d10. Marvellous.
You know, sometimes you make a choice.
So that is, Nicholas, that is a 4-yard drop.
Mm-hmm.
So that is... and I just closed it because I'm an idiot. 9 plus 3 damage for every yard you fall. So that is 9 plus 12. So 21 damage.
Oh, buddy, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. 21 minus my toughness?
Yes, correct. Minus your toughness, but not armor.
Bruh. I'm gonna have to actually open up something for this. So 21 minus 5 is equal to...
16.
I just don't want to get it wrong. Okay, 16. Cool. So that means that 23 minus 16
Oh no.
is 7. I am on 7 wounds.
And you took more damage than your toughness bonus, so
Yep.
you fall prone into the sewage.
Oh. Of course.
So that's not great. Let's see. Alright, Nick. Now that you are prone in the sewage, I do need you to make for me a difficult endurance test.
This is something I can do. Difficult endurance. Yeah.
Cool.
Marginal
Oh, only
success.
just.
Marginal. Come on, that's all
Only
you
just. Alright, you're okay. You are covered from head to toe in the filthy leavings of the city of Bögenhafen, but you are fine otherwise.
need. Excellent.
Alright. Who would like to go down next?
I'll go down next.
Cool. Alright. Nick, whilst Gehenna is... or before Gehenna descends, I assume you climb out of the effluent channel and support the ladder so that she doesn't have to.
Very much so.
Excellent.
Very much so.
No test for you.
Appreciate
No
it.
test for you, or in fact for any of the remainder of the party as you
Oh, that's
come down the ladder.
Jesus Christ.
Nick, you are very smelly. So for the remainder, okay. So let me just double.
So, before I head down,
Yep.
I will say to the guard, "Oh, what is your name, friend?"
I'm Max.
Well, Max, as you can see, this weapon, and I hold my pole arm, might not be very good down here. Can I entrust you with it? I'll keep it at the guardhouse until I am done.
Make for me an average intuition test.
No choice. And hold on. I haven't got roll 20 up at the moment.
Oh, okay. Would you like me to do it for you?
Yeah, I just got home, so I haven't. I'm swapping over to
Yeah.
the
All good.
computer.
I'll roll it for you. That's fine. Give me one sec to get your character sheet up. Intuition. Don't know why it didn't give me the option, but it's fine. You pass. Marginal success. Cool. You, considering how gregarious this guy has been with you, you aren't concerned about him just nicking off with your polearm. So he's like, yeah, alright, I can do that, no worries.
And if I do actually manage to make some money off this, I will pay for your troubles.
Oh, right. Well, thanks very much. Now, there was something about being smelly. Let's see, getting mucky. Da.
Back in a sec.
So, I'm just trying to find the thing about being stinky.
I really, really hope I don't need like a tetanus shot after this.
Ah, cool.
I
Okay,
think
so
you're gonna require.
there it is. The sewage drenched. So currently that is just Ulrich.
Mhm.
Will halve all fellowship-based tests until they clean themselves and their clothing.
Oh fuck.
Rank.
And Nick, you're not under 4 foot tall, are you?
That's a good question. No, I'm 4'5".
Great. Okay, you are fine. You do not run the risk of drowning unless you fall prone again into the effluent.
Okay.
So you're okay.
What a way to go.
So before everything kicks off, you are now down in the sewers. I need everyone to make for me average endurance tests.
Alrighty.
Do I need to make one to climb down the ladder, or can I
No,
just climb down
no.
the
So
ladder?
climbing down the ladder, because someone was at the other end holding it, you didn't have to make a test for that.
Cool.
It was just Nick because it was unstable at that point in time.
Yeah. Endurance. Here we go.
Excellent. Excellent.
It's because I remembered not to snip inside a sewer this time.
Yeah, well done. Steve, are you back with us?
Yeah.
Can you make for me an average endurance test, please?
Mine is not an astounding. I forgot to reset my endurance again. My advantage, but it's still significant.
It's still a success.
Yeah, I'm still 5 success levels rather than 7. So
Cool.
I'm fine.
All right, you guys
So
are.
mine, for whatever reason, everything's challenging. I'm just manually putting in the bonuses. I don't know why it's doing
suspect
that, but it doesn't. It works fine.
I suspect I know how to fix this. Hang on. Why are they there? I'm just gonna try this. I think I fixed it, Steve. Try closing your character sheet and opening it again. I think I fixed it. Cool. Okay, so now that the endurance test was to stomach the smell of the sewers. You've all passed, so you will not be suffering the nausea effect for the remainder of your time in the sewers. Wonderful.
Excellent.
Yeah, cool. That worked.
Yeah.
But also, you already
That
passed.
was-
So that's just a test. Yeah.
I'd
yeah.
already. Yeah, that was just a test.
All right. So you don't suffer from nausea, so that's great. It is completely unlit down here. The only light currently is coming from the open manhole, but that is rapidly fading because it is becoming nighttime. So, do any of you have a lantern or a torch or anything of that nature that you would like to light?
I think we have multiple lanterns in this crew now.
No, Hiker had one, but he did.
Um,
Well, not really.
That makes more sense.
I definitely have one. I didn't explicitly say that I would have got it, but I mean, if we were going to go down into the sewers, I would have got it. Unless that was going to take us like hours to go back to where I would have ordered it on the boat and stuff.
Oh shit, I don't have a lantern. I thought I did. Oh,
Because
no.
I probably wouldn't have it on me walking around town.
Oh no, I have a storm lantern as well.
I can understand you having it because you're a
I
guard.
guess
like, you'd be
yeah,
sensible
makes
to that kind of
sense,
thing. That would
yeah.
make a bit more sense. I don't think I would have it on me. I would have had it just put with my shit. So I guess it's up to you, Ben, what you reckon I would have.
If
Or not.
you think that you wouldn't have brought it with you off of the ship, then you don't have it.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think I would have brought it with me.
So does anyone?
It's daytime. I wasn't expecting to be here that long.
Yeah.
I reckon Leon would have had it. We were just saying.
I assume Leon just gets all of his guard gear on and is just part of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Anyone else, or is it just Leon with a lantern? Sorry.
I thought I have one, but I don't. So I'll just have to stick with night vision.
Okay. So what I was going to say is, without the torch, even a character with night vision cannot see anything. It is that dark in here because you require a source of light for your night vision to
Yeah.
work,
Like the moon.
like the moon.
So I haven't got any lanterns, so yeah.
Cool. All right. So I assume you light up your storm lantern then. Steve.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
I can do it again.
That was weird. I will have it on, yeah, but not as a beam, just as an open, like, light source.
Okay. All right. So the sewer that you are in runs. Where are we? So there, you find yourself in a junction where there's a major. You're in a major artery that is running east-west, and there is also another third major artery running southeast towards where you remember the wall being. So, for the purposes of that, there is an artery. This is southeast down here, and then we've got heading east or heading west.
Which sort of direction did the goblin go?
So the goblin came in through the town wall, which was
Yep.
down here.
Yeah, okay.
I think we're probably heading like up, right, further into the city. Going that away, not that away. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe try to get to the river.
Okay.
But,
So
like,
you go on.
how much time has it been? Like, would we be able to cut it off because we're ahead, or
You would definitely not be ahead because there was a good sort of 10-15 minutes of faffing when the guards sort of came, and then you went off with Max to go and get a ladder. So there was he definitely has a head start on you.
What do
I'm
you
not
reckon?
at my
50-50.
computer, so
50-50 split.
I'm going to turn off the Halfling Festival music because that seems wildly inappropriate, and I'll put my Sewers music on instead.
the sound really carries from that festival, you know.
Yeah, they're having a very good time.
All right. So which direction are you guys heading in? Sorry.
The one that was more north.
Okay. So you're heading
Not heading
east.
that way.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
You're not heading back towards where you know the city wall to be to see where the goblin came in from.
I don't think that's really going to help, is it?
Apparently, but I got in before you.
It's your guys' call.
Hey.
Yeah, I reckon let's go further in.
Okay.
Because we're assuming we're chasing after it. That's at least that's my thought.
Mm.
Anyway.
Here.
Like we know it took a while and stuff.
We're finished.
All right. Well, you head east. Let me get my.
It's not so easy.
Would Ulrich know anything about goblins?
Would Ulrich know
Like-
anything about goblins? Ulrich.
Like, do they have the same sort of dark vision that Ulrich has?
Remember that big
Ulrich,
one?
do you have any lore on greenskins?
No, I don't, unfortunately.
Then no.
Got lore on dwarfs, but not greenskins. I'm assuming I can't use Lord
Sucker.
Dwarves
That's what you get.
to figure stuff out about, like, encounters in the past with greenskins.
No, you need to
there's
have
been a-
Lord Greenskins
Yeah.
to know that sort of information.
Yeah, okay.
They're crashing intentionally into your sweetheart.
I know about us, not them. Aye.
All right. So do you guys bring the ladder with you, or are you going to leave it there as a means of egress after you are done in here?
Isn't it like an 8-foot ladder?
It is an 8-foot ladder. Yep.
Can I immediately grab it because I do not want to fall into the sewage a second time?
Yeah. By all means. It's not heavy. Like, it's a little bit cumbersome, but it's not heavy.
Yeah, I will absolutely 100% take that ladder with us.
Right.
Yeah,
Whatever.
why am I doing that?
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, hang
All right.
I'm gonna probably. I would have struck off fairly quickly towards,
on. Were you
the
trying to
direction
rush
that I
into it?
think
'Cause,
it's-
like,
heading north, sort of northeast.
Yep.
I think. Obviously, I wouldn't have gone into the dark completely. I would have waited for everyone to catch up, but I'd be sort of eager to keep going that direction. I think.
Yep.
okay.
Okay. So who? So Leon has the torch. Where is Leon going? At the front, or is he going in the middle somewhere?
I'll probably be like behind Wolfgang.
Okay. So Wolfgang, you're taking the lead then.
Yeah, I would take the lead.
Cool. All right. And then, is it Johanna Ulrich or Ulrich Johanna?
Should we
Either
say?
or.
Should we say Ulrich Johanna just for the purpose of
Sure.
me not being at the back where I can get ambushed?
Cool. Okay. Sure.
Works for me.
Just don't forget that you are carrying an 8-foot ladder, so you just
Yeah.
want to make sure that you don't knock any of the other party members into the sewage, because I
Yeah.
don't think they'll forgive you for
Yeah.
that.
True.
Let's not
I mean,
let Three
I could
Stooges about
probably.
this.
Oh, let's get Three Stooges about this.
Let's. Oh dear.
I mean, I'd be happy to help carrying the ladder. Mind you, I'm like 6 foot.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. I'll hold onto the ladder and just make sure I don't
Okay.
bump
Yeah, yeah.
anyone.
Okay.
Fine.
So,
Okay.
Alex, I will ask: is Wolfgang moving at a faster speed than just walking?
No, not really. No,
Okay. Cool.
I'm not going slowly, but I'm going. I'm walking relatively quickly, but I'm not like sprinting. I'm trying to stay alert. You know, I'm hoping that we can hear the sound of a 3-legged goblin, because I mean,
It'd have an
Yeah.
interesting gait for sure.
I would have thought so, right? Like, I'm going to be trying to, I guess, keep my eyes out and see if we see something unusual.
Yeah.
I guess.
Speaking of that, if you would like to all make perception tests, and add 10 to that. So this is a sound-based perception test. See if you can hear anything moving around.
Oh.
So Nick, that will be -10. Are you currently -10 to hearing test? So it just balances out.
I think I am -10 to hearing test, but I can't find my ear.
I
So
think-
target bonus.
So
How do we add 10?
you'll do challenging and then just add one bonus, or add a bonus of 10. Sorry.
I didn't add a bonus to mine, so I missed by 1, I guess. But yeah, I'll miss by 2. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is
Nice.
that how we do it?
Yep,
Oh,
that looks
there's
right.
one. Nice 20 to perception
Okay, so it
test.
is just a difficult test for you then, Nicholas.
Ugh.
And
Yeah.
great.
Oh,
Cool. So only Johanna can hear things. So let's see. You are on the map. You're heading in that direction. What have I got on my map? You can hear not a lot, if I'm honest. You can sort of hear the general like the sort of fairly muted footsteps of traffic up above you. It's starting to thin out as the festival is winding down. And while sound does carry in here, it's mostly just sort of the general drip of water or something a bit more viscous than water moving through channels. And you can hear sort of the scurrying of like small rodents, but nothing that would sound out of place for a sewer.
Hmm.
Alright, as you continue along the this sewer, you come across a small, a minor sewer pipe heading off to your left that disappears into what you would, from where you remember you were in the city when you entered, that would head into the affluent part of town.
Rather than the effluent part.
Rather
where
than
we
the
are
effluent part of
currently.
town, correct.
But
Ha 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 ha.
You'll love to see it. Every time. Every time.
Do you want to investigate, or do you want to keep going further?
so how large is this?
This is
little
a minor
thing?
one, so if you want to investigate, you're going to have to get down into the muck.
No. I'm not going to.
Okay.
I mean, look, I'm already filthy. I can go have a quick look for you.
If you want
Best
to.
leave the ladder.
Alright. I'm gonna put
Perhaps
the ladder down.
perhaps you can put the beam down the path for him, Leon.
Yeah. I will do this, and I'll angle it down and change it to beam.
Cool. With the beam extending down, you can see most of the way down the sewage tunnel. It comes to a dead end, probably maybe 5 or 6 yards further down, and you can see nothing in there other than sewage. So you
So
are
we probably don't even need to send the dwarf down there.
you
right?
are spared the opportunity of going into and wading into some sewage, Ulrich.
Alright, no need for me to go down there anymore, eh? Let's get going.
Let's.
All right, you continue along for another, let's say, a couple of minutes, and you come to a, I guess, T-junction. There is another major artery heading off to your left this time, or the artery you're currently in continues on straight ahead.
I'm
And
thinking we go
I-
left.
Alright.
Sorry.
Can I lick my finger and hold it up and feel which way, if there's any breeze?
Yeah, by all means. Make for me, please, a perception test. It will still be plus 10.
How does acute sense feel work?
Oh, acute sense feel. Excellent. Thank you.
Nice.
In that case, make it an average test plus 10.
Oh wait, cancel. Perception. Average. That work.
Cool.
Yes, it did.
Target number 69. Nice.
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 Do you feel anything? Probably not. Like, it's fairly still down here.
I figured, but if like my idea is like, yeah, I'll keep checking, and then eventually we might feel where there's an exit.
Yeah. So where you are currently, because you are at sort of the confluence, if you will, of two different channels, there is a bit of movement, but it's very minimal.
I can feel a very minor breeze from this direction.
Which direction's that?
I have no idea.
No, is it, which direction were you gesturing? So is it to the left or is it straight on?
Whichever Ben says was
Yeah.
where the wind was coming from.
Hang on, let me. I'm just gonna. I haven't actually decided, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna go
That's what I was asking.
straight on.
Okay. Okay, well, I mean, do we think they're... So my thinking is that the goblin will be looking for a way out, perhaps, but maybe it's trying to make for the river, in which case it would have gone left, I would think, because it's going back. If we're going northeast and we go left, then we're now suddenly going northwest. Is it like 45, is it like 90 degrees left? Like it's
Yeah.
straight left? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yes, I was thinking perhaps it would try to find exit.
But do we think it's gone the way where you notice a breeze? Perhaps.
Well, I don't know if it is smart enough to find this way, but it would eventually find it, no?
Hmm. What do you other two think?
I think a breeze is better than nothing.
It certainly wafts the stench a bit better.
Alright, well, let's go towards the breeze then.
Cool. So you continue straight on rather than taking the left-hand channel.
That's it.
Alright, so you continue along this for quite a ways, stopping periodically to listen out to see if there's any further things. You hear nothing out of the ordinary. I'm just going to use your perception test from before. And eventually you come to a sort of right-angled intersection. There is a very small sort of the channel that you are on terminates. The channel that's at a 90-degree angle to it continues off to the left, and there is a small, almost like a dog leg heading out to the right, but you can see that terminates in a grill not 2 feet away, and that passes through, or under, I should say, the wall.
How
Okay.
wide are the bars on the grate?
They're not wide enough for a goblin to pass through, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, that
And
is
this,
That's fine.
for your interest, it would be around here on the map.
Yeah, let's not bother with that. If, you know.
Yeah. Can I just test the grate, like make sure it is solid?
Yeah,
and
by all
hold it in
means.
place?
I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You give it a firm shake, and it is
Yep.
very firmly seated. It's not moving.
Yeah, cool.
It's a little bit rusty, but it's not like rusted through.
Yeah, great. Perfect.
So
Cool,
I'll be right back.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, we are hunting this goblin by process of elimination. Can't have gone down that small one. It can't go down here, so we must be on the right trail.
Yes, unless we should have gone the other way before, but you know, you gotta flip a coin.
Alright, so I assume you take the only obvious path and go, I guess in this instance, north towards deeper into the city. Alright.
I am unfortunately only just now thinking we should have used chalk or charcoal or something to mark our path. Oh well.
Hmm.
We could probably scratch something into the wall from here, so at least we've got the start of some sort of...
I can do that.
Mhm.
I've got some writing stuff. We could go back to the junction and make a little X here.
Yeah. That's a sensible suggestion.
At least we will know if we come across a junction we have already been at.
Hmm.
Okay.
Alright, ready.
Right, so if you are crossing here, you will need to...
Is it?
Oh, hang on, let me just look at my map quickly.
So hang on, so I'm just how can you can you describe how it lines up? Sorry, because in my image we've gone off straight diagonally, like diagonally straight ahead.
Oh, it's.
We've just
it's
continued
a
diagonally straight
left.
ahead and we've come to a grate, and so we're going to turn around and go back to where it turned off left, which coming back the other way would now be our right. Is that right?
I think
Am I
I
correct?
have some grid paper somewhere. Oh, geez, what was that?
I didn't think you were going back on yourself. I thought you were turning left here at at where the channel terminated.
I
Yeah,
didn't think
there's
it
a
was
left and a
I thought it was-
right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I missed that. Sorry. Okay.
Yes, but the right was a tiny dog leg which just had the grill and that was it.
Okay, and then hang on, and then straight ahead had what?
Nothing.
Dead
A
end.
wall.
Okay,
It's a
So-
this is
T-junction.
after the breeze. You mean?
Yes. So you followed.
Yes.
So you were heading in this direction, and then you got to approximately here, and
Yeah.
Leon checked for a breeze, and the breeze was coming from this direction, which is further east, and you continued along until you've reached approximately
We
here.
went here, and then we had a little dog leg. And then we had an option to go left or straight on.
Yep.
We chose to go straight on,
Correct.
and now we've got a little right, which is the grate.
Yep.
And a left.
And a left. Correct.
Okay, cool.
And you would have been on the right-hand side of the channel.
Okay.
So, because this little dog leg is only a small culvert, essentially, it passes underneath your walkway and then re-emerges on the other side, and then that's sort of where the grill is. So your path continues along the right-hand side. So you don't have to cross the channel unless you choose to cross the channel using the ladder you have.
Well, that was the other option I was going to think. But if we can
I will
cross without
be
having to do that, I'll
right
just
back.
walk across.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The other thing is, would the goblin be able to cross without a ladder
And
as
there's
well?
no way out.
I mean, it could swim
Yes,
possibly.
that switch does open.
They are
yeah, it
vile,
does open
vile
the
creatures who I'm
hatches,
sure
so
would do
swim
whatever they want.
pages.
Yes. I am not
Yeah.
sure of their capabilities.
I have to go back up and find my.
You've not had the displeasure of having to deal with greenskins personally.
Yeah.
No, I have fought many people that act like goblins, but
That's
not
true.
goblins themselves.
Fair enough. No, it wouldn't bat an eyelid at going through this filth. Do you know how I get rid of the brown lines that I've drawn everywhere now?
Yeah. You select it and then press delete. You can leave the other ones there if you want, or if you want to get rid of them, I can delete them.
Oh, that's right. I'll delete them. I didn't say I was drawing a map. I might start drawing a map now. Like in character, attempting to draw a map.
Yeah, sure. Did you did take?
Yeah, we
Am I
can
imagining
read
that? Did you take
before.
cartography as a skill, or am I thinking of someone else?
No, I think it's someone else. It could be Gehenna though.
That would
It's
make
just-
sense for
Might be
a
coming back
climber.
shortly. I feel like she might have taken cartography. I'm not sure.
I could probably.
Oh, she can't read.
She can read now.
Oh, that's right. She can read now. Yeah.
Let's have a look. I realise I asking these questions when I could just look myself.
It's true.
No, she does not have trade cartography.
Okay.
Who was it? Maybe it was Lucian. Oh, actually, you know what? I remember who it was. It was Oswald.
Springs from these as well.
Oswald.
It was Oswald who had
Taken from us too soon.
trade cartography. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
Yes, that's right. He'd apprenticed as a cartographer before he discovered he had latent magical abilities.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds right.
So your intention is to continue left.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we
Yeah.
turn right,
Right.
so then we can flip around and.
Okay. So it's just being a sheep.
Okay, so you continue along for another few yards, and then you can see a couple fairly close together of small effluent channels on your left, which are on the opposite side to where you are currently.
Because this is still part of
Mhm.
it. And then we can just go back in. Don't. Sorry, buddy.
Well, it's a good thing I've got the ladder, laddies.
Of course. And the lantern.
Hey. All right. Shall we head up the other side and just get on through that side, or keep going?
Do we want to try and look with the lantern again, see if we can see down there? Maybe it doesn't go that far again.
Yeah, true.
Like, as much as I'm going to say goblins having to wade through shit, I don't think it's going to swim, like, underwater.
Mm. That is fair.
Yeah, I can do this. Do the same again.
Cool.
Yeah.
These channels are significantly longer than the previous one, so your light only extends a short distance down them, and then there is nothing but darkness after that, so you can't tell. You could attempt to have a look if you might get a better look if you were on the same side. You might get your torch to shine further down, but that would mean crossing the channel itself, so you'd need to use the ladder or jump.
I think we'll use the ladder.
Bearing in mind that whoever goes across the ladder first, much like Ulrich, will need to make an athletics check to not slip and fall into the effluent.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm happy to give it a go.
Alright,
Go for it.
Ulrich
Into
slaps
it.
the ladder down. I assume you hold your end.
Okay, I'm just getting some.
Cool. Alright, Wolfgang,
Yeah.
a average athletics check, please. Lovely. No problems.
Same.
You nimbly step across the ladder and make it to the other side. And then, if the rest of the party wishes to follow, you can hold your end and
Yeah, I'll do that, absolutely.
I can pass across.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So you're now on the left-hand side of the major sewer channel. And yeah, so there's these two small arterial, small, I guess, not arterial. I keep wanting to use arterial. That's not the word I'm looking for. Small offshoot channels.
Capillary.
Artillery? No, that's not it.
Capillary.
Capillary. Yes. Capillary.
Capillary.
Yeah, small capillary channels running back, sort of back the way you came. But now that you're on that side, if you wanted to shine your lantern down there, Leon, you would be able to see further in.
Yeah, I will squat down and shine it down
Cool.
one of these, down the channel.
You can see further. You can see that there is what appears to be another intersection further down, and that's about the extent of where your light gets to. But from what you can see, they're all small channels up here. So
Even the one that it crossed, like the one that's at the intersection of this small channel, is it look like it opens up, or does it look like another small channel?
small one.
Okay.
We could be wading through shit for days looking for the goblin down there. I think we just keep going the way we're going down the main channels and see if it comes out, because I think the goblin likewise would be looking for a way out.
Have we noticed any rats down here?
Yeah, Gehenna definitely heard the skittering of rats before. Small, normal-sized rats, not the big, somewhat unnatural rats.
Oh, that's just a myth. Leon has no idea.
Laddie.
Oh, is that likewise? Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I've seen some
Only
shit
all
like
Rick
that.
and Gehenna know
Yeah, no,
the truth.
Yeah.
Alright, so you continue along the main arterial.
I
Yeah.
think
Cool.
so, yeah.
Alright.
Unless we have something that really compels us to go down the small channels.
Alright, well, you continue on. You continue along this artery for quite some time, passing underneath another shaft leading up to a manhole. That is, if I go to the map, about here on your map. Your choice if you wanted to exit here, but I assume you don't.
No, we'll mark it like we have started doing, but
Cool. Alright, you continue on. Another probably
Oh,
5.
sorry, I realised my mic was off. How far up is the manhole cover?
It is about 8 foot from
Okay.
the.
Do we need the ladder, or can we just like?
There
Is there a
are
ladder on the wall, like rungs on the wall?
there are sort of niches carved into the rock that you could use as handholds, but they are definitely like slime and filth encrusted.
yeah, cool.
So you could use them, but it would be difficult, and you would have to make an athletics check to not slip and hurt yourself.
Sure. I'm going to suggest, can we quickly try and climb up, poke our head out, and just, I don't know, ask someone if they saw a goblin go this way?
does any of the muck look disturbed that's in the foothold?
It's a more sensible way of doing it, yeah.
Make for me, please, a perception check. I'm going to say it's because it's dark in here. I'm going to say it's difficult perception tests.
Even if I shine the light directly on...
Okay, in that case, challenging.
Because I'm just trying to see if like there's scrape marks.
Oh, they
or
could
anything
be
like
handprints. I mean, a three-legged goblin's going to leave footprints, you know.
Yeah, 3 of them.
Exactly.
You see no signs that the filth has been disturbed.
Alright, then perhaps we mark it and move on.
I mean, we could check. Maybe like there's hysterics going on up there because a goblin
true.
is running around the town. I'm
true.
not sure.
I'm happy to try climbing up the ladder and having a look.
It might be a bit risky though. Like you did see the Ulrich fall.
I mean, you do have a ladder, so you could just put the ladder up and have one of you brace it at the end.
But does it need someone holding it at the top as well?
So, what the guy at the top, when he let you down before, did is that he hooked the hooks into the top niche,
Ah, okay.
but it requires someone to stabilize it at the other end. So,
Yeah.
if one of you holds it at one
yeah.
end, and then you hook it into the top rung or try and maneuver it until it latches into
lean it.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should be alright. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, well, I'll quickly, you know, if you guys are happy to pop it down, I'll take a quick run up the ladder and take
Sure.
a peek.
Give it a go.
Yep.
See what we see.
Cool.
I'll do that.
Not a problem. I do have something about manholes. Or at least I thought I did. Apparently not. Whatever. That's fine. You make your way up to the manhole, and with a little bit of physical exertion, you manage to sort of shift it up and sort of roll your shoulder and push it out the way.
Yep.
And you poke your head out. It is now, I would say, like late dusk.
Yep.
There are still a decent amount of people around. Obviously, being festival day, people are staying out a bit later.
Yep.
You do get some rather concerned looks as people looking at this head that's just popped out of a manhole in the middle of the street.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, otherwise it appears to be normal.
Yeah. Are the people? Is everyone moving around, or is there like a stall nearby that because there's the market thing of the festival on, or?
Well, where you are presently is definitely further away from the market, so there are no stalls here. Or
Yeah,
I think you can see that there were stalls, but the stall holders have definitely packed up and finished for the night.
Right. Okay.
Because all the entertainment is happening out in the sort of market proper, which is outside the main walls.
Yeah. Well, I'll try and, I guess, attract attention to someone who's nearby.
Yep.
And just call out, hey, you there? Strange question, I know. We're down here on part of the city guard. We've heard that there was a goblin on the loose. Have you heard anything about that, or seen anything, or heard anything? Any kerfuffles further ahead in the city?
No, I've not heard of anything. As far as I'm aware, Shaftfest has gone off without a hitch.
Good to hear. Well, keep your eyes out. There's a three-legged goblin.
By Sigmar, a three-legged goblin.
By Sigmar, indeed. They shan't be for much longer, hopefully. And I don't suppose you might be able to explain to me whereabouts in the city I popped up, just so I've got a better idea of where I am.
Certainly. You are in the oh god, I do have my city instructions. Where's my city instructions? You are in the Dreikeplatz.
Right.
Dreikeplatz.
It's basically like the artisans' quarter, if you will.
Okay.
So lots of warehouses, not warehouses, lots of shop fronts and guild halls.
Okay. Do I have any knowledge of where that is?
No.
Cool. That's fine. Okay. Thank you, and then I'll climb back down the ladder.
Cool.
And I'll tell everyone that.
Marvelous.
Right, well, it must still be down here. Let's continue.
Exactly.
Alright. You continue along for another, let's say 10-15 minutes. You pass another minor capillary coming off on the right hand side, so now opposite side to where you are. But given your track record of ignoring these, I'm going to just say you breeze on past.
Yeah.
I'll like shine the torch down. If it's just like nothing, then
Yeah, it's quite, as I said, it's a fairly long one, so unless you were on the other side, you wouldn't be able to get your torch very far down it, but from what you can see, it's a small pipe that continues on into the darkness.
I'll just basically shine the torch at the like entrance and a bit down the tunnel a bit, just see if there's any like scrape marks along the walls or anything disturbed otherwise.
Yep.
Otherwise we continue.
You can make for me a perception test to see if you see anything.
My perception's the greatest. Not. But I rolled a 4, so it doesn't matter.
No. Other than the sort of scratchings of what appears to have been like rats.
Yeah, but
No.
nothing big.
Nothing.
I'm confident that nothing has disturbed this tunnel.
Yep.
That's large.
So you continue on. All right. So. Where are we? So, you guys start noticing that this passageway is starting to go slightly uphill.
Yep.
And Gehenna in particular, you notice that the air is significantly fouler the further you continue along this section that continues uphill.
I'll remark upon this to the rest of the group.
I am no expert in sewage management, but I assume we are going to the main dumping area.
As it were.
Nicholas.
Yes.
Ulrich, does he have law geology?
Do actually. He does have law geology.
Can you make for me, please, an average law geology test?
I can and already failed it.
Okay. There's like a little tickle in the back of your mind back from when you were a young dwarf doing your sort of geology studies and being taught about rocks and how rocks move around and all that sort of stuff. There's a faint tickle of like, I feel like this means something. Ah, well, I don't remember. And you continue along.
I might just say, I can't remember. That's it.
Alright. You continue along, uphill.
Sorry. Oops.
And... Alright, I just need to quickly make some dice rolls, don't mind me, guys.
Everyone
that.
loves a DM. Dice
I love
rolling.
that.
Cool. Okay, so that's... Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I'm sure it'll have nothing to do with rocks or enemies. It'll be fine.
That's good.
Okay, so... You get to... Where is my map? Sorry... Cool. So you get to... Oh, Christ. Trying to translate one map to another map is doing my head in. So you've gone past there. So you are... oh no, it's there. Okay. Alright, so you are about here on the map. Now, you notice that the smell, Gehenna in particular, has gotten particularly strong right here. And I'm going to start making some rolls. Okay, you're fine. You continue along.
Oh, good.
Okay. There is a massive explosion.
Oh, bugger.
Each of you will take the following.
Oh no. Oh no.
5 points of damage. This is modified by armor and toughness.
Where to?
Body, I assume.
And you said what, 5?
Yes.
Alright, take.
I think Gehenna has it as well, technically.
I do have that as well, that's true.
Yeah, this is not the case.
Okay.
Yep, this is not something actively attacking you.
I have currently 7 body armor and 4 toughness.
Cool. Okay.
So,
take
the
no
body, I'm a tank.
I've got 3 body armor and 4 toughness bonus, so
Cool. So no damage.
I
I'm
suppose it'll
okay.
come in
My
at
toughness
5.
bonus. My toughness bonus is 5. So
Yep. Great. No one takes any damage.
My tough
I will get
20
all of you to make for me, please,
rattled.
a challenging endurance test.
That seems fair.
Buddy. Let me just pass with flying colours.
Let me just re-roll that.
Oh, so close.
I'm a fortune that as well.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
look at that.
Hey, at least when you roll a red number and then you don't roll another red number, it's okay.
Thinking maybe we do like 1 or 2 more quests and then I might be done.
Steph,
Mm-hmm.
a challenging endurance test, please.
Can do. Bear with me.
Or are you done?
Ulrich just took all of our luck on that 7.
That's right. Oh dear. Come on, computer.
The shockwave was at chest height, so just went straight over Ulrich's head.
That's it.
Is that one?
Oh my god, it's karma.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh.
2 sevens.
Ruined
for
my
en-
head cannon.
Well done. All right. So
I mean, it is Nurgle's lucky number.
Tier 3 clear.
Great.
And that's like a wave of explosive shit, so you know, that's pretty
Actually,
good.
Yeah.
Tier 5
Yeah.
fates.
all right. Those of you who failed
Yeah, that one might actually let us finish.
will gain a deafened, stunned, and ablaze condition.
Jesus.
Hello. Oh yeah. Do we want to take out Tara instead?
Goodness.
2.5 Ks. Then 5.
Okay. So to put out an ablaze condition, you'll need to pass an athletics check. But you guys are now stunned, so that'll be at -10.
And so what does stun do?
So stunned, you are incapable of taking an action on your turn, but you can do your half move, and you suffer -10 to all tests. Yeah.
A headlight. What? It's got one.
Okay.
How does that work?
Doesn't it? Yeah, because it's not. That's your.
Sorry, Steve, what's up?
I was just seeing how, because in the conditions you can add it, and I was seeing if the global penalty thing worked.
I've got.
Like that, and then it has an option for global penalty. But it didn't seem to work.
I've noticed the only way to really get it working is to
Go
use,
in
like,
the
custom
back
modifier.
end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's right.
So yeah, sorry, Steve, you'll need to make a difficult athletics check. Okay, well, the two of you are still on fire. The other 2 party members, I will say that you can also attempt to make athletics checks to try and put them out.
Does the stun just last for like 1 round, or?
The stunned lasts until you pass an endurance test, but
No, I've got 60%. Like, I meant
yeah.
the flying part.
Could I try like throwing one of my my blanket over one of them to try and douse the fire?
Sure can. You'll still need to make an athletics check.
Yeah. Challenging?
Challenging.
Okay. We're at 18. Here we go. I'm shocked.
You throw your blanket straight past them and straight into the sewer.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
I mean, it was already soiled, in fairness. You fell into the sewer.
It was. Now I'm going to have to squeeze it out. Back. Oh.
Try in for a good landing.
Johanna, are you wanting to attempt to put any one of them out?
I will do my best.
Cool.
So that would be.
Challenging athletics check, please.
Alright, let's give it a go. this how we go? In
Cool.
The sewer?
You successfully put out one of the ablaze conditions on one of the party members, either Leon or Wolfgang, your choice.
Oh, now I have to choose.
Probably be
Who-
Leon because I was at the front.
Yeah, I was gonna say
They're
he's
going to be
closest
immediately
to
in
me.
front of you.
Alright, we'll do that then.
Cool. Alright. Leon, you are no longer on fire. You are still stunned.
Thank you.
Most welcome.
I'm deaf, so I'm talking like extremely loud.
So, fortunately for you, because we've not hit the end of the round, as it were, you don't take any damage.
That's what I said.
It's now the end of the round, so Wolfgang, as you are still ablaze, you will take 5 wounds, which would be modified by your toughness bonus and armor points on your least protected hit location.
Cool. I mean, my toughness bonus is 5.
Cool. You will still
So
take.
I guess it just singes all of my hair off,
Yeah.
which I was trying to shave on the boat, but I probably hadn't quite shaved. So I reckon
It
it's
does say here to a
taken
minimum
all
of
the hair
1 wound, so you will take 1 wound if you take
yes,
nothing
I'll take
else.
1 wound with the damage on my head because that's my least armored hit.
Yeah.
And it will have taken all my hair off, I reckon. 'Cause
Cool.
I would have had stubble and stuff, and
Yep.
probably tried to get a tonsure again, but it's all gone.
Excellent.
Actually, no, I wouldn't have had. I've gone full bald actually because I've got all my tattoos.
Singes your eyebrows
Okay.
off.
But now you have no eyebrows.
My eyebrows and my sort of partial beard stubble's all gone.
Alright, so both. This is at the end of the round. Both Wolfgang and Leon can make a challenging endurance test, obviously modified down to a difficult endurance test because you are stunned, to try and remove your stunned condition. Wolfgang is no longer stunned.
And still stunned.
Leon is still stunned. Wolfgang, you are no longer stunned, but you are now fatigued.
Cool. So it basically does the same thing. Right?
Basically, it's the same thing. Yeah.
But what is it? Does it mean I can
You can do actions and stuff though.
Yeah, your movement isn't affected. You can defend yourself if someone attacks you.
That's
You
right.
just have neg 10 to all tests.
Cool. That's fine.
Each of you, your deafened conditions will have gone as well.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, so it's just temporary.
It
Okay.
was just temporary. Yep. Alright, so we're back at the top of the round. Wolfgang, you're at the front. Would you like to make an athletics check to try and remove your
would.
ablaze condition?
I would love to do that. Thanks.
So close.
That's it. Just like last time.
Leon, you're up next. Would you like to attempt to put out Wolfgang?
I'm stunned. Can I do that?
Good point. You are incapable of taking an action on your turn. Yep. No, you cannot.
Yeah.
Gehenna,
Just waiting for the round ends.
you're up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, it's Ulrich next, isn't it? Ulrich, you're up.
Okay. Right, let's try and help them with my shitty athletics. Here we go. It didn't help.
Cool.
I didn't.
Alright, Gehenna, you're up.
Mm-hmm. Alright, is anyone else still on fire? What are we
It's
I'm
Wolfgang is still on fire.
doing? Okay, I'm gonna try and make you not still on fire.
So, another challenging athletics check, please.
Goblin's just like looking out through like a small hole in the thing, being like, "Hell."
Okay. Ulrich remains... Sorry, not Ulrich. Wolfgang remains on fire. Okay, you take another 1 wound. And, Steve, you can attempt to make an endurance test to no longer be stunned. Excellent.
Ta-da!
You are no longer stunned. You are now fatigued.
Oh.
Top of the next round, Wolfgang. Would you care to make an athletics check so you are no longer on fire?
Okay, are we just gonna start it?
Incredible, flawless.
That's it.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm just going to burn to death. One at a time.
One wound at a time because I can't roll higher than a 5 apparently. Leon, would you care to put out the fire?
I will attempt to.
Excellent. It is a challenging test, knocked down to a difficult test because you are fatigued.
Oh, I'm going
Excellent.
off.
You put out the fire.
Excellent. Thank you.
No one is stunned. No one is on fire. Excellent.
We're all just disappointed.
Disappointed. Do you continue going in the direction you were going?
I mean, I guess it can't explode again, can it?
Don't say that.
Can I,
Okay, can we just chuck some rubble, like, down the thing and just see if anything else happens?
Sure.
Also,
Pick
that'd,
up.
like, fuck up a goblin, surely, right? If a goblin's nearby.
Yeah, well, it's already probably fucked up by now. Let's chuck something.
Pick up a loose stone, or there's probably like a nearby rat skull that you could just like lob further down the channel if you want.
I want to eat it.
Cool. Just make do you have ranged throwing?
That's a good question.
If not, it will just be just a basic ballistic skill test.
Alright, let's see. I do not have range throwing.
Cool. So
Where would...
just do a challenging ballistic skill test.
Okay, where...
It's one of your
where would that be?
characteristics.
Characteristics...
The BS one.
Haha, yes. Okay, so challenging.
Yep.
Hopefully I don't hit myself in the head with it.
Cool. You go to throw this rat skull, but it's slimy, and it kind of just like slips out the back of your hand and lands on the ground in front of you. But nothing happens.
Perhaps the goblin has caused this explosion.
Possibly.
Hey. After this explosion,
Mm-hmm.
could I try looking around? Would I be able to piece together this has something to do with that weird rock thing that I saw? At this stage, has that clicked anything? Is it related in any way?
Sure. Make another average geology, law geology test.
Average geology.
Nope. It's still tickling something at the back of your mind, but you can't quite remember what it is.
Hey. I could have sworn there was something. Look, but it doesn't matter. You know, that goblin, he must have gone down here, surely. This must be a trap of some kind, eh?
Alright, so do you continue on, or do you double back?
I think we continue on.
Yeah, why not?
I'm keen to.
Let's do it.
Believe in the marbles.
Alright. You continue along. Okay, so you continue on. There's another sort of couple of minor capillary heading off in either direction as you continue on. Other than shining your light down them, I assume you continue as you have done. Alright, so you come to another... I guess this is more of a Y junction rather than a T junction. So you're currently on the left-hand side. There is a path that goes left and a path that goes right, but there's nothing that goes straight ahead but and why I say it's a T-junction is it's not a flat, like, 90-degree angle. It's more like a 45-degree angle in each direction. And these are both major arteries.
Hmm.
Can I do my finger test?
You may. Obviously, it will now be. So you are fatigued. I'm gonna say it will now be challenging plus 10. Yeah, you can't tell.
I'm not sure. Can we hear anything from either of the tunnels?
Make for me, please, some average perception checks for Ulrich. That'll be challenging.
Whoa.
That would have been plus 10 on challengingly, Steve, not at neg 10 for you.
Why? That's hearing.
Yeah.
So I'm fatigued, right?
Yes, but I said it was an average test.
Ah, okay. Well, that just gives me an extra success.
Yep.
Oh no, 2 successes.
And that would have been the same for you, Alex. That would have been average minus 10, so you would actually have 1 success level, I think.
1 success level, yeah. Yeah, that would be actually.
And Steph, did you have 1? No. Steph, do you want to do a average perception test?
Yeah. So, ah,
Wow, even Steph with her insane perception.
What's going on? What is happening?
So the only one who actually hears any... Oh, it's tell a lie. I say the only one. Both Wolfgang and Leon passed. Technically, it's only plus 1. You can hear some scrabbling. Like some very light footsteps, but they're at the very edge of your hearing range. Off in sort of this direction. But, like, it's so faint that it could just be... You could be potentially hearing, like, incorrectly.
Hmm. We haven't got much else to go off of. Shall we just head that way anyway, lad? Because I can't think of any reason to go the other way either.
Well, I think we should follow it. It is only the lead we have.
Hey, why not? Let's head on down that way.
Alright. You continue down that way. A couple of yards down that path leads to another shaft leading up to a manhole. And where this manhole is at a junction, but the 2 paths that continue, so your major artery sort of stops here at this shaft, and there is only 2 minor junctions leading off in either direction.
Do we think one of them could have led back, like could join up with one of the different directions we took, or not? Does it go a completely different direction?
So where you are currently, one is heading north, one is heading west. The north one could potentially double back to the sort of more eastern path. Obviously, the western one,
Someone else
not so much.
helped it out.
I'll leave this one to you, laddies.
I am very torn. I don't want to get exploded again.
Mm.
That's true.
Okay, that's nearly it.
Shall we flip a coin?
The other option you have is you could double back on yourself
Yay!
and try for the other sort of major artery that you didn't go down before, or you can continue a long ways back and go down that first major artery that you discounted last time. Or you could be even crazier, go all the way back and go the opposite direction to where you started from.
Hang on, do we have a map for the places that we've already been?
Yes.
You've been marking it off on chalk, and I think Wolfgang has been attempting to sort of make a rough mud map.
Draw a rough,
Yeah.
rough guide. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I also like having hair. But what if he just went down this way?
Well, if we haven't necessarily got anywhere yet.
Yeah, exactly. So
I put my shield up. Let's just go, and I start heading in the direction that the noise sound comes.
yeah, fair.
That
Okay, so you need to hop down into the filth and so continue wading through that.
how deep was it? It was only
It's only a
isn't it?
foot deep. It's not particularly deep.
Yep, I do it.
All right. So you make your way along. You just to confirm, you're not moving at a speed faster than walking at all. Just sort of moving on.
Nah. If anything, I'd be going a little slower because I'm like checking my footing. I am in like a lot of armor.
Yep. All right. So you continue along. Where is my map again? So you continue along. There is, after probably a few minutes or so, there is another sort of Y intersection. There is one that is heading further north and one that is heading sort of more south.
Is the noises any louder or coming from either of those?
Way above me.
The noise was too quiet for you to really gain much more of a knowledge of to get any more directionality out of that.
Well, it went in this direction, and then now we're coming to another like Y section, yeah, or T.
Yeah, another Y intersection. Yep.
Yeah, can I hear the noise still, or is it stopped?
Uh,
At all.
yes, but it is still faint and it's still ahead of you, but you can't really determine if going left or right is the better option here.
Okay.
Now you're going faster than me. Oh, he's crashing. He's crashing.
Oh.
There he goes.
Is
I
there
mean,
any markings on the walls or any indicators, or does it look all the same?
They all look pretty much the same.
I sort of think the southeast direction maybe could be taking us still closer to the river.
It is. I have no idea. Let's go that way.
Okay, which direction is that? Sorry,
That sort of southish direction.
south.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, you continue along that one for another few minutes, and you come to a T junction this time. You can either head east, which would sort of take you back on yourself, or you could go west.
let's head west. Absolutely. That goes further into the city, no doubt. So, yeah.
If I
Yep.
can't hear the noise anymore, or can't tell where, or if I can hear it and not tell where it's coming from, then yeah, we'll go west.
All right. You continue along. There's another couple of small small capillary sewers that lead off, but they're all relatively short. And as you shine your lantern down them, you see that they sort of terminate a few yards in. So you continue past them. You arrive at another T intersection. This time you've got an option of either a north or south. I will say, if you shine your lantern south, the tunnel only continues for a short distance and then terminates.
Thanks. It is, actually, thanks.
How much point heading that way then?
Yeah, can we see how it terminates? Like, does it
It basically just
go to a manhole, or does it just
no
just
manhole.
dead?
It just sort of just is a dead end.
As the crow flies.
Hmm.
Then I guess we go the other way.
No.
All right. Okay. As you turn up this path, you again notice that this appears to be rising. Ulrich, I'm going to say this time, because you have been pondering it some more, this is going to be an easy geology test.
Okay, well. Ruckus music.
It's on the tip of my tongue, laddie. There's something. I'm sure it doesn't matter.
All right. Let's. It should be. Okay, cool. All right. So you continue along, and. Cool.
Thanks. Alright.
I don't like these rolls. I don't like these rolls.
It was though. It was a good one.
All right. You continue along, and let me just get my map again. Sorry. You arrive at a sort of T junction. There is a path continuing further east, or there is a path continuing, I guess, sort of northwest, heading deeper into the city proper. Still, these are all still sort of minor sewer channels.
Can I hear that that like scratching or like walking noise anymore?
Make for me a new perception test. It's been a few minutes now. Average perception test. So that will be, for you, challenging plus 10.
Yep.
Cool. No, you can't hear any further. Would anyone else like to make perception tests?
Oh, why not?
Cool.
There's
So
no harm.
that'll be a challenging perception test for you.
Incorrect. It will be a hard perception test for me.
No, so it would be an average perception test normally.
Oh, right.
So it goes down to a challenging.
Here we go. Oh, who would have seen it coming?
Cool.
Who would have seen it coming?
Wolfgang? We lost Alex and Steph.
Yep, sorry, just having a...
Would you?
Can you hear me now?
Yep, can hear you.
Yep.
Yep, sorry, just dropped out a sec there.
Do you want to make a average perception test? See if you can hear any scurryings or goings on.
Yes, very much so. Let's give this a go. Come on, perception. Apparently not.
Oh dear.
No
more
scurrying or
chance.
going on.
Wolfgang.
Hey guys, sorry, just back to the loop. Sorry, I'm back now. Hang on, I'll do one as well.
Yep.
So it's average, is that right? But
Correct.
minus 10.
But
Yeah,
minus
just
10
like
for you,
here.
so challenging plus 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Alright.
Well,
Hey.
I
My
cannot
ring, my
hear.
shooter is from the explosion.
I have lost the sound. Perhaps it was back the other way.
But does
Or
this?
maybe I
do we think
can
this
hear
one
it,
loops,
but it's
maybe
in my
this one
head.
loops back on itself. Maybe if we go back, it'll loop because we've sort of
You know.
come round in a circle. If my crude map and memory serves me right.
To be honest, I am completely lost, so I will
Okay.
give it a go, I guess. I'm not sure.
Can I try? I'm just going to yell
Yep.
really loudly
I
into the tunnels. Presumably they're quite echoey.
Yep, they are.
A kind of threat to the goblin and yell how it's pointless it trying to escape because it's either going to drown in the river or pop up into the city where it will just get killed.
By all means.
Or we'll catch up to it and kill it and then recapture it ourselves.
Hey.
So I'm just going to yell that like as loud as I can,
Sure thing.
and then try listening to see if there's any reaction.
Yep, go for it.
I mean, do I need to roll an intimidate, or do I just need to?
Yeah, you know what? Make for me, please, an average intimidate check.
Neg 1, so 4 successes.
Neg 1 for that, yep. Cool. Alright, and now if you want to make a further perception check.
No, put them in the cell box.
And I guess other people can too, I suppose.
Yeah, see if there's any. Yep, so you can all make perception checks now.
I just sent you the picture.
Still no.
Average? Or
Well, it would be average, so challenging for you.
That's a surprise.
Oh my giddy aunt.
of course, this is the one.
Finally.
Okay. So Wolfgang
Does it just need to be one word?
can only hear his own voice echoing back at him, but the rest of you can hear the sounds of footsteps quickening and heading away from you, off in this direction.
Yeah.
So you're presently about here-ish.
Wait, so where did we hear it from?
This direction.
Oh, yeah.
So I turn to Wolfgang and give him like 2 thumbs up and then point in that direction and then start trudging.
Okay, great. Yeah, I followed him. I'm gonna believe you. Like
Yeah,
I've still got
absolutely.
the explosion ringing in my ears. I reckon it's just like meh. Like yeah. I'm just,
All right. Well,
it's like when I saw Voyager at the day after seeing Voyager at the Rose Mountain. I had to make a prediction. Like,
Yeah.
It's just cool. Yeah. Like I could hear, but also not really. Yeah.
Really? That's oh man.
all right. So you take the
Nah, but that's a niche.
northernmost stream, I guess, and continue on. This sort of loops around and continues on for a decent passage of time.
Okay.
To that end, can I get all of you, please,
Is that,
to make
is
for
that
me
something
average
you can
endurance
try?
tests?
Average endurance. Okay. Not a problem.
Not a problem.
Did you just
Dwarven fortitude, laddie.
That's neg 1 off mine, obviously.
Yay!
Alright, sorry, my headset cut out for a bit then. What do I gotta roll?
An average endurance test.
Fucking big yikes. Yeah.
Okay. Steve.
What caused it? Was it a bang again?
Nope.
Okay, that's not bad.
Steve, I'm gonna put something in the chat for you. this is what you may or may not be now afflicted with for a moment.
Maybe.
Not great dysentery.
Can I show this to players? Is that an option?
There's just no way of knowing if he's alright or not. There's no way of knowing.
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be an option to show to players stuff from the compendium. Okay, that's a shame. I will I'm just going to type it in chat because it's not letting me do the thing. You can look it up for yourself. Alright. Anyway, so you continue along, and after another sort of couple of minutes of wading through this filth, you find that it finally reconnects with a major sewer, and you can haul yourself out of the filth and back onto a walkway.
What? That was like, oh, I can't figure it out.
Excellent, we do, and yeah.
So this major artery runs. You've kind of come at it out of this minor sewer at a T intersection. So there is a major one that continues on straight ahead, but you can see by shining your torch down it that it terminates at another T intersection not far down, or it continues west for quite some time.
Which one seems to take us more towards the direction we
Definitely
think we go to
west.
Goblin? I mean, I didn't hear it, so I'll rely on other people, but I'll say that. Which way did we hear it?
To the west, Lundy.
And then let's go.
Alright. You continue along for quite a ways. I will just check. Are you all going to be... Cool. Yep, alright, that's fine. All of you guys will be having penalties to fellowship tests once you're out of this mess, but that's fine. So you continue along. There is another sort of minor artery that cuts off to the right, but that's on the opposite side of the channel to where you are. So you can shine a torch down it, but otherwise you may continue if you wish.
Trying to just chase down the scurrying.
Yep. You shine a torch down it, continue along. The channel does like a bit of a dog leg. So you take a sharp left and then a sharp right and continue along. And as you round that sort of sharp right, you can see a figure up in front of you. Sort of the vague silhouette of something up in front. That's the one.
Do you see what I've done there? Fuck you, bitch.
Sorry, so we can see a silhouette, was it?
Yes, you can see a silhouette up in front of you, moving away from you.
Does the silhouette have 3 legs?
It's a bit too far away for you to be able to tell.
Alright.
He's acting out.
I just point ahead and keep chasing.
Very lost.
Yeah.
Alright.
Go quicker. I'm going to start going quicker. Yeah.
Cool. Alright.
We're on solid ground now, right?
Yeah. Quickly,
Yeah. You continue along. The figure. Obviously, it is dark up in front. You've got the torch, but it's dark ahead. The figure sort of continues along, and then the two of you who are at the front see it sort of disappear vertically. You assume it has climbed up a shaft leading to a manhole. By the time you get to the manhole has been pushed back over again and it is closed off. I assume you wish to ascend and see where things went.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm not
Aye.
gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait for the ladder. Like I'm gonna start trying to climb up.
All right. Make for me, please, a challenging athletics test. So that will be a
Can
difficult
I-
athletics test.
I can boost him a little bit of the way, but I don't think it would help, really.
All right. You fall. It's not too far to fall because you kind of will have slipped on the first couple of rungs.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you won't take any fall damage from this. You'll sort of land on the platform and sort of jar yourself, and that's that.
Mm-hmm.
Ulrich, ladder, quickly.
The ladder on.
Cool.
Those little nooks.
You lock the ladder into place, and then Wolfgang, I assume you scurry up the ladder.
I think someone probably would beat me. I think I'd probably still be reeling a bit, sort of a bit
I'll
winded.
head up.
Cool. All right, plunging the other three into darkness. Excellent.
Yeah, good point. Good point. I'll hold the ladder. Ulrich, go. I will hold.
Hey.
All right, you climb up the ladder. In a similar manner to Wolfgang, you use your shoulders to sort of roll the manhole open and then sort of push it out of your way, and you pop your head out to find that you are roughly here. You can see the docks off to the north, and there is no one around, not a soul in sight.
Interesting. I wish I could smell them out, but we are also covered in sewage. I'll yell down the hole and be like, "There's no one here, Landis!"
As soon as Ulrich started heading up, I would have been trying to push Gehenna and Wolfgang up.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Okay. Well, you poke your heads out of the manhole, and as Ulrich said, there is no one around.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, I'm gonna climb fully out of the sewer.
Yep.
And what is there? Anything? Are there piles of boxes? Are there alleys? Does the docks? Is the water right there? Is there a boat?
Okay, so you've popped out about here. So the wharf is not too far away. It's probably a short walk, a couple of minutes. There are some side streets, but it's by this point in time it is getting late into the evening. So there's not really any people out and about. Most of the shop fronts are closed. Most of the lanterns are gutted. It's quite dark, and there's no sign of anyone around.
Well, I'll try and help Leon up out of the thing. I'll try and brace the ladder from the top as best I can, and sort of drop an arm down to help him up because he's got the lantern. Plus, we saw him go up here, so
Well, you saw something come up here. You don't know if it's the Goblin or not.
No, of course not. But that's what we're chasing, so I'm going to assume it's the Goblin, right?
Yeah.
I don't
We
know.
didn't get a good picture, but that would be the assumption.
Cool.
But split up, I guess, a little bit. See if it's hiding nearby.
Aye.
All right. Who's going where then?
I'll go to the nearest alley and have a look down there. I'm not expecting us to split up far, just searching around the
Just
media
other sides
area
of the street, and so that's what I'm
towards
doing.
the docks and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be heading mainly towards the docks, but I'll be going slowly and trying to, I guess, be a bit stealthy and sneaky, not crashing around making lots of noise. As much as he's up here and could have got anywhere, I sort of feel like we've got him cornered a bit.
Okay. All right.
I'm
So
high beaming it.
all right. So what are the other two of you doing then?
Well, I'm also going to engage in this by looking down some alleyways.
Mhm.
I'm going to leave Gehenna and Wolfgang to deal with the docks. But I don't think a Goblin's going to head that way, so I'm going to skedaddle into some alleys.
Okay. Alright, so I'll get each of you to make... Oh, so only one of you's got a lantern, though, so this is going to make things interesting, because it is dark.
We're above ground now, so I can...
You are above
Very
ground, so
good.
your night vision will kick in, but the other
Yeah.
two of you will struggle, because it is nighttime. You only have moonlight to go by. Alright, I'll get each of you to make perception checks based on how much light you have access to. So, Leon, you can make for me an easy perception check, because you have your lantern. Ulrich, it will be an average one, because you have night vision. The other two of you, it will be challenging perception tests.
I will use my last 14.
Or do I want to use mine? You know what? I'm going to use mine, because if we find it here, then that would be great.
Even if it's not a goblin, I'm curious.
Yeah. Oh, fuck's sake! Ugh.
What kind of perception am I doing? Sorry.
Challenging. Cool. Alright, so let's see, what have we got here? We've got a success from Steve, a success from Steph, and then 2 failures, 1 crit fail from Wolfgang. Alright, let's start with failures. So, Wolfgang, as you head towards the docks, you're obviously low light, you're kind of like dog with a bone, you're heading in that direction because you're convinced that's the way it's gone. And so you're not... You're not paying so much attention that you... How do I word this? You're so focused
Not
on
watching
what...
your feet.
You're so focused on what your target is that you're not necessarily noticing your surroundings.
Yeah.
And so, as you continue in that direction, head on, focused, a man steps out of a tavern, literally as you are approaching, and you collide with him and go down.
Yeah, sure.
Gehenna, you were following Wolfgang, I assume, correct?
I think they were both going towards the dock.
Steph?
Sorry, my
She's
mic
just
was
resetting
off.
mine.
Yes.
Cool. So you see the man step out of the tavern and try to call out to Wolfgang to prevent himself from having a calamitous accident, but you are not quick enough, unfortunately. And so
Well,
Wolfgang goes down in a heap. You manage to sort of sidestep the collision, and you can help to assist untangle these 2 gentlemen. Not Wolfgang, sorry. Ulrich, you look down an alleyway, and with the light of the moon and the stars, you can sort of see vaguely what's going on. There's like sort of crates and whatnot stacked up outside this workshop or whatever it is. And you poke around a little bit, but you can't really see anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Leon, you turn down an alleyway, and the first thing your torch illuminates is a very clear, obviously sewer-soiled boot print. Now, when you saw the goblin before, it was most certainly not wearing boots.
Yeah.
And it most certainly, this boot is man-sized, so...
Yeah. I mean, I still call out to everyone.
Yep.
Am I smart enough to think about that in the
Yeah,
moment?
I think with your impressive success, you can piece 2 and 2 together and go, okay, this particular path is a bit of a wild goose chase. It's clearly someone who is taking a shortcut through the sewers, maybe someone of the slightly crooked path.
It is probably criminal that has come out, but I mean, we could still catch, I'm sure, bounty or something, right?
Have I managed to disentangle myself from this?
Yes, I think with Gehenna's help, you would have disentangled yourself, and made multiple apologies and thrown lots of gang signs and whatnot.
That's it.
I mean, I really don't want to go back down there. I got beaten up by some dick earlier, and now I'm feeling really gross. I don't.
Well, if it ran
Can we
from
just
us,
catch this guy?
It ran from us, so it must be guilty of something. I agree. Maybe it's helping the goblin. Maybe it saw it go the other way. Who knows? I think we keep going. I think we keep following.
Alright.
Okay. Well, you continue along this alleyway, following these boot prints that Leon had spotted. But after a short period of time, there appears to be the boot prints sort of stop. You see there's they continue for a while, and then it sort of, there's a couple of half boot prints. It's almost like the filth is sort of rubbing off as he's walked further and further along, and then they disappear entirely. And I will continuing with your perception check from before, because it was as good as it was. You quickly double back on yourself and notice that someone has pulled down a sheet off of a washing line and has wiped the muck off of their boots, and then has just tossed it aside and continued along.
This is possibly... No, I can't even say it is worst day. I was in jail for 2 years because of you. So no, but it's still not a great day.
Right, maybe we should head back down. Hey?
I just slump my shoulders and start heading back.
Alright.
Alright, so you double back on yourself, back to the manhole, which was here, back into the sewers.
I thought we weren't going back in the sewers.
Well,
I don't want to, but I don't know what else to do.
I just feel like all trails have gone cold now, because the thing that reacted to us is gone and seems untraceable.
Yeah.
And there seems I don't know how to lure a goblin, who doesn't want to be lured, presumably.
Well, I mean, maybe we go around the main channels in town and look at all the sewer grates to see if there is sewer slime around.
That's true. We could do that.
It's not a bad plan, laddie.
At least we would know if it has left.
Aye. Alright, let's do that, laddie.
Sorry, what was the plan there? You're not going back into the sewers?
No, we're gonna walk around and look for the sewer grates throughout the town and see if any of them have if any of them have sewer sludge or anything around that outside.
Three-legged goblin tracks.
Cool. To cut a long story short, no.
Well,
you can spend several hours going around and looking at every manhole in the town, but you will not find anything there.
So it might still be down there. Oh. Lads, I think we might have head back down.
Can we all get some torches or something this time?
Perhaps. Maybe there's someone who has a map of the sewers. We can be more
I
methodical.
mean-
Perhaps there's a guild of rat catchers or sewer cleaners, or maybe Gehenna knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who's a smuggler.
It's likely.
I am all up for ideas because walking around there aimlessly is not fun.
No, I know, and I am.
I think.
Wish to end this greenskin foe, but I'm finding that I'm worrying how we even do it now, because I worry that the trail's gone too cold. It won't matter.
I think we need someone. We need some kind of guide.
Is there rat catchers here, or do you know anyone, Gehenna?
I could ask around.
Remembering that it is late at night now, most people are tucked up in bed, or I guess you could poke your head into an inn and see if anyone there is still around and might know of anyone.
Look, it's the time of night for it, I suppose. It's worth checking.
Alright, well, you poke your head into a nearby inn. Let me see what inn is nearby. Let's see if I go... I can search tavern. And that gives us... Where are you? You're there. I'm going to say that you will find... You'll find yourself at an inn called the Half Measure. The humans of the party will notice that the door is very low down.
Okay.
Ulrich, it's definitely low for you, but it's not like going to be super uncomfortable getting in there.
We're sort of hardly dressed for going into like reasonable, respectable inns.
Oh, that's right. We're
Given
covered
that
in
we're,
shit.
like,
aren't
Yeah,
we?
we are covered in shit, aren't we? Oh, yeah.
Might be an idea to.
Try and clean off a bit.
Yeah.
Can we get down to the water level at the docks?
Not unless you fancy like diving into the water. No.
Where are we roughly on the map?
You are approximately here.
Alright, I say we find somewhere with a door high enough, or like regroup and find some kind of bath. And then we can perhaps set out in the morning and see if we can find a guide for the cabins.
I don't think of a better solution on the top of my head.
Well, if it's not cold now, the trail will be ice cold by morning.
I'm open to
I
other
not that
suggestions.
I would love to be clean and not doing this, but I also want money.
Aye.
Well, even if
Well,
okay,
either
well,
that or I
even
go
if
back
they
to the boat
want
and get my
their-
lantern, and we'll go back into the sewers and just hunt it all night. That's the only other thing we can try, I guess.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Either that, or perhaps I could try and sniff out the person who wiped the stuff off their boots, because they're still probably going to smell of sewer.
They would know their way around, I suppose.
The I guess the main concern with that, Steph, is that you also reek of sewer.
Smell of sewer.
So
yeah.
I worry that that will overpower your own senses.
True that. Alright, well then I guess we go back in.
There's a stream there, right?
There is, yep. There is a small sort
How
of...
much of a walk is that?
Probably a 15, 20-minute walk.
There's no fountains in this area.
No, sadly not.
Only the one down there.
Yeah. And I have a
Oh, it's
feeling
the
that the
100%.
hoity-toits would not appreciate
It's
you
night,
cleaning
they would-
themselves off.
It's nighttime. They wouldn't notice until the morning.
True, but when you went in there before, you did notice that there was a fairly heavy watch patrol presence, so they may well still be at night.
Yeah, true. Well, should Ulrich, do you want to try asking in there if anyone knows, like, anyone that knows the sewers?
Look, I can try, laddie.
I mean, it's a long shot.
It's a very
Right.
long shot when you consider that all fellowship-based tests are halved, and
Yeah.
Ulrich already has the worst fellowship of all four of you.
Yeah. And if we're talking to
Maybe.
dwarves, they are not going to like me.
It's called the
Stranger
half
things that-
measure, I might point out.
Yeah,
We're not
Yeah.
talking to dwarves.
that's true. That is true. Look, I can try, but we might just be wasting time at that point.
Well, I mean, you can try while Wolfgang goes and gets his lantern, I suppose.
Aye, true. True.
Better than standing around.
Aye.
Alright, well you do that. I'm gonna go off and get my lantern and my crossbow and I don't know. Try and
Anything-
wipe off as best I can at the boat. What other things do people want? I'll bring supplies.
Alcohol.
Probably something to mark.
People have any changes of clothes?
I mean, what's the point getting another change of clothes dirty?
Actually, that's true. That's sensible.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going to go back to the boat and get supplies.
Alright,
Aye, aye.
I'm gonna sit down on the ground and take my boots off and get the sewer water out of it. Notice my legs might be a little itchy, but that could be just mental.
alright, so Ulrich, you poke your head into the Half Measure Tavern. It is full of cheer, very warm, dozens upon dozens of halflings, several humans who are looking awfully cramped in these small confines, but everyone seems to be in a good mood. They're either drunk or drinking, playing various card or dice games. They're having a good time.
Good old time.
As you poke your head in, a cheery-looking halfling behind the bar looks up and goes, "Hello?
Aye. Hello.
You look a right state."
Aye. I'm looking for a fiend, laddie. Goblin. From the sewers. You know anyone around here who can help with that?
Goblins from the sewers.
Aye.
Not heard anything about that at all.
Aye, well, it's just escaped, so I need someone that can find the fucking goblin.
I think you've come to the wrong part of town for that.
Ah, fuck me, laddie. Well, alright, fine. You be on your way, but give me a drink while I'm here.
What is your fellowship halved?
My fellowship halved is not that much lower than my normal fellowship. So my normal fellowship is 17, so it probably goes down to like 8 or 9.
Cool. It'll be
Probably 8. Oh no,
probably
yeah,
rounded down, so it'll be 8.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say no matter what you roll, unless you roll a crit for a charm test,
Aye, aye.
You are not going to get served here.
Alright. Is it going to be challenging?
It's going to be challenging, but obviously your stat is halved, so...
Yeah. Okay. So if I roll this... Oh, God, no. God, no. Absolutely not.
No. Not a chance.
No.
Okay. She's like, no, I think you're going to have to leave. And, two rather, burly for a halfling. Two bouncer halflings sort of stand up with sort of clubs in their hands and sort of
fight.
kind of just menace you out the door.
Yeah, I'll just leave. I'll just be like, alright, fine.
There's no honour in killing something smaller than yourself.
Right, let's see. Wolfgang, you've gone back to the barge. Did you... Oh, you did have to go into the sewer, didn't you? Because you walked through. Of course you did.
Yeah.
When you get there, Joseph is quite drunk and having quite a pleasant evening to himself, and was less than impressed when you and your filth got onto his boat.
Cool.
He orders you back off his boat and gets you to stand on the dock, and is like, I'll fetch your stuff for you, but you're not bringing your filth onto my ship.
Fine.
So after a few minutes of back and forth of him bringing things out to you, you collect all of your various items that you're after.
Cool.
And you return to the rest of the party.
Great. So I'm gonna have all my full armor and shield and weapons. I'll get my storm lantern. I'll bring any spare torches and lanterns I could find.
Yep.
On the boat. I've got my crossbow. Did anyone else have any ranged weapons they want? Basically, whatever anyone wanted to have that they thought they might not have had, I'll bring back with me.
Yep. So you have a storm lantern, is that correct?
That's correct.
Cool. Alright.
It probably would have taken me too long to go get my halberd, right? Because it's all the way back near the festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Get it later.
Alright, so you meet back up. I said you were sort of around here-ish. Do you go back to the manhole that you exited from and go back in?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Do we think the goblin would be around this area, or should we go back and try a different path?
Honestly, don't know, laddie. We haven't really got any leads anymore.
That's it.
As long as a bomb doesn't go off and deafen me and set me on fire again.
Yeah.
Aye. With that little, as long as the bomb doesn't go off, does my mind go back to that rock?
Sure,
I'm like,
by all means.
what's
You've been thinking about this for a while, so it's still an easy law geology test.
Easy. Here we go. Oh,
There it
thank God.
is. There it is, everyone. You remember, and this is from your early days of being back in the hold, that one of the very early things that you learnt when learning about mining is that if a mine shaft goes up, gases collect at the high point. And if you smell a noxious, maybe sulfuric sort of smell, could be a pocket of methane gas. And so walking into that with an exposed flame, like in a lantern or a torch, bad idea.
Indeed. I immediately am just like, oh, it's methane gas, laddie. It's flammable. That's
Methane
what
is
it's.
odorless, but yeah.
Hey, it's the. Oh, of course it is, laddie. Alright, best avoid the high points, eh? Alright, there we go.
So what set off What set off the bomb? Was it my lantern?
Hey, any kind of fire will set it off, laddie.
But I thought it was up further ahead. I'm confused.
Don't think too hard about it, laddie. Come on, let's go. If you smell sulfur, it's bad news for you.
What does sulfur smell like?
You know, right before you got exploded, laddie.
So
That
like
smell.
everything else down there?
No. A little gaseous, laddie. Not like the rest of the shit down there, eh?
Anyway, we're losing time as it is.
Aye.
Let's go
Down
back
we
hunting
go.
this goblin.
I am trying to delay, honestly.
Oh, I forgot, and I toss you a bottle of strong alcohol from the boat.
I immediately take a big swig.
Cool. Consume alcohol test, please. Average.
Because when things are going bad, getting drunk and making things harder for yourself is the best option.
You know it.
It's the most Warhammer option.
Challenging, right?
No,
But,
average.
Okay, so then it'll be just plus 10.
Cool. You will have neg 10 to all of the appropriate tests, which from memory is weapon skill, drunk, drink.
I think initiative.
It is weapon skill, ballistic skill, agility, dexterity, and intelligence.
Wait, my ballistic skill is now 8.
Great. Good thing you don't have any
Right,
ranged
my-
weapons.
Yeah, my dexterity is 5 and my intelligence is 5.
Oh,
Marvelous.
god damn.
All right.
Because I'm minus 20 because of the fatigue.
So you return to the manhole that you exited from, I assume, and continue
Yep.
on.
Yep.
All right. So you continue along.
When we get down there, I'm gonna do the yelling at the goblin thing again.
Yep. Okay. Make for me that average intimidate check again.
So it is minus 10.
Cool. That is a fail, actually. Minus
It is,
10.
yeah.
A 0 fail. Your voice echoes, but when you then stop to listen after
Well,
the
hang on,
fact,
there's the target number 68, or does the target number
Yeah,
come
the
down, or
target
does my
number
roll go
68.
up? Because either way, I pass with a 0 success level.
oh yes, my
Yeah.
apologies. Yes, correct.
Right,
Target
I'm
number
just
will be
looking at the way
68.
the number lines are. Technically, I do pass, but
Yep.
with a 0 success.
Yep. Cool. So yeah, you shout out, and you can't hear much up ahead, but you do hear the sound of something. You know the sound of when you hear water lapping against something that is like preventing it from moving any further. You can hear like it's. I'm not sure if that's making any sense. Like you hear the water being obstructed by something, and it's.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that tidal, like little splooching sound.
Yeah.
I guess it is. Yeah.
And that is coming from the west, so down this way.
Sure. Let's go down that way.
Cool.
It's a dead body that guy just dumped.
You continue along, and
Wait, I bet you it's a dead body that guy dropped down here.
okay. So are you in the same order that you were before? So 2 lanterns up in front now, and
I think so. Yeah.
No, I think I'll drop to the back and have it on, like,
So you-
area, not on beam.
Cool. So you've each got a light at both
I
ends.
I might at the front, but have it more on a beam so I can kind of like actively scan a bit
Yeah.
further ahead, get a bit more long range on it. Like if we hear a guy running, I should be able to beam up at them so I can see what they are, and then we've got light around the party so we can all still see.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's probably that probably makes a lot of sense for how we've got it
Yeah.
laid out.
All right. So as you approach the source of the sound that you heard, you can see a dim shape blocking off the effluent channel up ahead. And as you get closer and your light sort of reaches it, you see what appears to be a large rat. Not large like those sort of rats, but a larger than normal rat, sitting on top of something. It glares at you quickly and then dives into the sewage and swims away. As you approach the obstruction, it becomes...
Oh, the rat wasn't the obstruction.
The rat wasn't the obstruction. It was sitting atop the obstruction.
Okay.
As you approach the obstruction and get a closer look at it, Wolfgang, you can tell that it is the corpse of a male dwarf.
Hold you. I was right, and I just take another big swig.
How
Another.
far out in the water is it? In the filth is it?
It's
Yeah,
completely. It's completely blocking off the channel flow, so it is like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll sort of drag him up onto the thing.
Excellent. Okay. Maybe I don't know. You pull him out. Great. Good job. You're fine. You pull the body out, and you immediately recognize it to be the dwarf that you saw in the stocks earlier that day.
All right. And is there an obvious murder, like an obvious wound?
There are many obvious wounds. This body has been horrifically mutilated.
Oh my
Right.
god.
There is an arm missing, which appears to have either been torn or bitten off.
Jesus.
Its entire chest cavity has been torn open, and its heart is missing.
Ugh.
Like, by rats?
Hard to say.
Or
Is that what the vampire did when we fought the vampire in the house?
I don't remember. That was a bloody 8.5 ago.
I don't remember that at all.
We were definitely there.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, I mean, there's facing a punishment, and then there's that.
If only we had caught that one before.
Bastard.
Do any of you have the track skill? I think Ulrich would.
I think I might.
I do not.
I do have the track skill.
Okay, can you make...
I have it too, but as a base, just as a base.
Yeah, so.
Can you make for me, please, an average track test, Ulrich?
Yes, I can. Ho ho! Oh, catch out there!
A boom. Alright, so you look at the way the direction that the sewage is flowing now that Wolfgang has pulled the body out, and you notice that you are, I guess, downstream, for lack of a better term. So it looks like the body either could have been dumped here, or it could have been dumped further up and it has been washed down to where it has stopped here.
Right, okay. So it's quite possible that it's just sort of...
Let's put it this way:
wound up
with that astounding success, you can tell that this is not the murder site.
Yeah. Huh.
So hang on, has it washed down from where we saw the guy running, or is it washed
Opposite
towards
direction.
where we are now?
It's washed towards where you are.
Okay. And I mean, goblins hate dwarves, so you know.
Hey. Bloodies. It
I mean, I don't
came
know how
from that
Goblin
way.
just like rip a guy's arm off. That's pretty intense, but
Mm.
Well, we are here. Let's. We don't know where the goblin is anyway, so we may as well go up and see.
yeah, that's it. See if we can piece more together what's going on here, I guess, and then
Aye.
maybe that will reveal more things. I don't know.
All right. You continue along. I'm going to say... How far is that? I'm going to need each of you to make another average endurance test.
Oh.
Nice, nice.
So that's a 4 success levels, not 5.
Yep.
Not that that really matters, unless it's a really bad disease.
Steph?
I'm just gonna be fucking disease riddled by the end of this.
Jeez, I hope not. Oops, what's wrong one? Sorry. There we go. Challenging?
Yes. So, yeah,
There we go.
cool. It was actually average, so add +2 into that, but it doesn't matter, you passed. You can't catch it again, Steve, so you're okay.
Huzzah! As long as it's not another disease.
Although, technically... Oh, no, you're right. That is only neg 3. I actually think you do get another disease.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm afraid you do, Steve. I hate to do this to you.
How does resolve and resilience work?
So resolve is to prevent status effects, so like fear. And resilience is to do with diseases.
Alright, well, I'm guessing I have to pick before I know what it is.
Yes.
So I'll resilience this one because it can't. I got it off pretty light on the first one.
I'm just gonna check resilience because it might mean that you. Spending resolve, no. Spending resilience. So technically it says here resilience is to do with corruption
Okay.
and not disease. But
And resolve doesn't affect disease, it's only conditions.
it's conditions, psychology. You know what? I think resilience makes sense that you could ignore a disease with resilience.
I mean, it sounds like the exact wordage.
It does. Cool. I'm just going to say, yeah, you will not catch that disease if you spend a resilient point. No
Yeah,
problem.
I will.
Pre-existing ones, you still have. So you will still have the itching
Yeah.
pox. But
Yeah.
cool. All right, that's fine. So you continue along. No one catches any further diseases. Wonderful. And you arrive at a roundabout. Here-ish. So there is another manhole cover that you have just gone past. You can check if you want. Your choice.
Yeah, I'll check it.
Just by shining a torch on it, you can see that there's been no footprints besmirching the filth, so
Sure.
you feel pretty confident that nothing happened here. But what you do see is a stout wooden door set into the wall of the sewer. This is the first thing of its kind that you've seen in the entire evening you spent in the sewer so far.
All right. Is it openable?
You give it a rattle. It is firmly sealed. I will say, Steph and Wolfgang, you both have sixth sense. You feel distinctly uneasy about this, but you can't put your finger on why.
how large is the door? What sort of
It is just a regular old door,
human size?
human-sized door. There is a. Is there a thing on there? No, there's not. I was gonna say. Oh no, tell a lie. There is a small opening with iron bars at around eye height, through which can be seen a dimly lit cellar. And any of you who wants to have a look at the door, like with a perception test, an average perception test, you can see if there's anything else to be seen about this door.
I think that's possibly a sensible idea.
Yeah, I'll inspect the door, despite that it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yep. Alex, do you have holy visions?
I very much do.
Cool. You feel very much the influence of the dark gods in the room in front of you.
Wow, okay, so like unholy almost.
Very much so.
Cool, alright. I'm gonna inspect the door.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, that's fine. How does that, like, manifest?
The holy visions.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take an intuition test. That's how I can do it. So I was reading the skill.
Yep.
I can take an intuition test to receive visions, often obscure and seen to the paradigm of my cult or individual belief system, regarding the local area if significant events have occurred there in the past.
Sure.
What difficulty? It doesn't say on my thing.
I'm gonna say average.
So that's minus one success, so 3 success.
I'll do Steve's perception check first, and then we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Steve, you can see traces of greenish-black goblin blood around the iron bars on the door, and you can see a goblin footprint, a bloody goblin footprint, about halfway up the door. As you can assume that it's sort of scrabbled up the door and managed to squeeze through these bars.
The goblin squeezed through those
How big are the bars?
bars there. They're like cats. They follow. If head can go through, they can body can. I have no idea. I'm just like holding the lantern in one hand, and I'm like holding the bottle by the neck in my other hand.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm
holy
gonna
visions.
reach out tentatively and touch the door, and like close my eyes and touch my other hand to the tattooed twin-tailed comet that comes down on my forehead between my eyes.
Nice.
As you do so, as your fingers touch your brow and your hand touches the door handle, you see flashes of you flash back to a memory of the warped plane where the crystal labyrinth existed. You feel the same sort of feeling that you had of just sort of gibbering voices and sounds surrounding you, and the constant feel of goose flesh upon your entire body.
Yep. Okay. Cool. I draw back sort of suddenly. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna yell angrily and take up my hammer.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to attack the door?
I am indeed.
Marvelous.
With a Sigmar's fiery hammer.
Sigmar's fiery hammer.
Call out and curse upon those fell creatures and those enemies that have been hunting me since I returned from the Crystal Maze, and yelling about how they shan't get my soul or the souls of my companions. and then I'm gonna whack the fuck out of the door.
Yep.
But with the intention to try and open it. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not,
No, I get that.
it
Play a
doesn't
game of
open, so
whack.
I'm gonna try and two-handed warhammer the door open.
Oh shit, goal time! And I put my lantern on my belt.
All right. What is your strength bonus?
My strength bonus is 4.
4. Okay. Cool. Okay. You firmly slam your hammer into the door, and you can feel the whole door rattle on its hinges. And one of the planks, probably one of the ones closest to where the iron bars are, cracks.
Yeah. So I'll go again then, I guess.
Yeah, by all means.
Now I took another swig and put the bottle away and
Cool.
pulled my sword and shield out.
Yep.
And I failed it.
I mean, so I have to make an attack roll to hit a door?
Yes, correct. You do. Yep.
Yep, okay. Is the door going to defend?
Nope. No, it's so it's just you just swing and a miss.
Okay.
Nice. That plank that cracks further and sort of splinters in. You can see
Yep.
in a bit further into the room, but the door is still not open. You can now see that there is a bolt on the inside that is keeping it closed, but you can't get into it.
Yeah, cool. It does do... technically, right? So I'm wielding a warhammer. It counts as magical. Deals fellowship plus fellowship bonus damage.
Okay.
And any target struck receives the ablaze and prone conditions.
Right. What's your?
I know I can't strike a door prone. I understand that.
Sure.
Unless I can. Unless Sigmar's fiery hammer is enough to knock the door literally just fucking magically with Sigmar's strength just fucking
Kick it right
boom.
down. No. So what's your fellowship bonus?
Is 5.
5. Okay. All right. I will say
Now-
that with that second blow that it successfully hit, the door crashes in. You
Okay.
knock the
Break the bar. And,
you break the bar, and the door slams open, and you charge headlong into the chamber.
I do, yes.
Is there another consequence for failing another consume alcohol?
Yeah, it's another neg 10
Like,
to those same stats.
alright.
All right. You have entered the room. You have a torch, so perception checks from everyone, please. Average.
That's -1, obviously.
Yep. Nice. Good.
Actually, I'll snap my helmet on as well, so that's actually
Even worse.
four failed success levels.
Cool. Nick?
Is it just challenging for me, given I can see it?
Yeah. Well, this is a sight-based perception test, so it
Yeah.
is average.
Okay, good.
So the rules for the helmet are like it says a percentage, negative a percentage, but like I don't understand how to calculate that. So I was just gonna do neg. It's supposed to be neg 20%, but I was just gonna do neg 20
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
because I feel like adding a percentage is a typo because it doesn't
There's
that's so complicated.
Yeah. All right. So Gehenna and Ulrich, sorry, not Gehenna, Gehenna and Wolfgang. Sorry. You see as you enter the room. Immediately by the door, there is a pile of broken and chewed bones.
That
Wolfgang,
bodes
with
not
your
well.
perception, the one that really catches your eye is a 3-socketed pelvis.
Cool.
Ooh.
Alright. Yep, I'll do it. I thought I
Okay,
recognised the
so
goblins
the
straight
other,
away.
New band name, three-socketed pelvis.
it's a good, it's not bad. So you can see
Headliner.
that it is a sort of large stone-lined room. There is a large octagram painted on the floor in blue paint, and there is a silver candlestick bearing an unlit black candle positioned at each point. There is an engraved circle of copper inside the octagram.
Is there any way out of the room? Like, is there another door? Is there a stairs leading up or down, or a tunnel, or a corridor, or anything else?
Not that you can see. You can see that there is an iron cabinet standing opposite you, on the opposite wall in the corner, and there appears to be a small pool of a dark liquid collected on the floor in front of it. And that is all you can see from your current vantage point just inside the door.
That's some chaos shit. That, I mean, very few exits. Octagram. Come on. 3 socketed pelvis? I mean, come on. Come on.
That's the goblin.
It's got to be the goblin, but what if there's a second 3-socketed pelvis? What the?
Yeah, then what do we do?
Oh god.
It's a Nurgle pelvis.
Oh god.
As you are taking all of this in, a stream of thick black smoke flecked with pink and blue begins to issue from the center of the octagram.
Oh no.
Can I try and like bat away the candles, like all the shit that's around the square?
You may, but this is still happening.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just lean into it.
You'll have time to maybe knock down 1 or 2 before whatever
Sure.
happens.
You know what I'd like to knock down right now?
Yeah.
A healing draft, please.
By all means, you can do it now before the encounter starts, so you can get away with having another one during the encounter.
Exactly. How much is the drug again?
Your toughness.
Toughness bonus plus D4. That's my house ruled healing potions.
It is fuck. So 6.
Cool. The smoke coalesces into a horned, fang-filled creature with multiple glowing eyes, 4 beclawed arms, and multiple lash-like tongues.
Hate that, hate that, hate that!
Wolfgang, you have lore theology.
Mm-hmm.
You may make a challenging lore theology test to determine what this is.
Sure.
Nice. That is a flat success, a 0 success.
Excellent.
That is it. Yes.
That is a no. That's a +1.
That is a +1 success.
that is
This
exactly what it
is
is on the
a manifested horror of Zinch.
This is Zinch.
And I think we will leave it there for tonight.
Whoa. Spoopy.
Yep.
I feel like we would have faced that better with a bath.
I don't know. That was that was interesting.
Intriguing. Rip Goblin, we hardly knew you.
So my intelligence is -1. My
Nice.
dex is -1. My agility is 0. Oh no, it's 1. No, sorry, they're both -5. My agility is 1. My ballistic skill is -2.
Good.
Oh no.
I can still hit stuff though.
What's your weapon skill now?
It's at 26.
Oh dear.
So, but I'm still hitting on 34 because of like my advances in melee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
All right. Sorry if that was frustrating.
No, that's
No,
okay.
it's alright. That is kind
It
of
was
what it would
intriguing.
be.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
It's funny because if you'd gone the other direction first up, you would have saved so much time. You would have found this probably an hour and a half ago.
Oh my god.
What disease did I dodge?
Galloping trots,
Oh,
Ooh.
grand.
which is basically just diarrhea.
Yeah. That plus pox is like, I don't know. I'll be out of
That's
action for
not
like
good
a week.
time.
Yeah, at least the itching pox, like, it's basically just like kind of like a mild chicken pox.
Yeah.
The galloping trots, however. is an
Galloping
experience.
trots, that's not fun. No one wants that.
No.
I think one of us has caught that before, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I think
right.
Lucian had it, I believe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
after eating some bad
Yeah.
mushrooms.
That's right, he did, yeah.
Not what you
Cool.
want.
Also, hopefully you guys don't hang around me in 1d10 days, because I'll be contagious.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring.
Gotta love
That's
being on a boat together.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Just RP suffering.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And you have to make an endurance test about once every hour.
It's every
Oh, dear.
hour.
Yeah,
Oh my
if you're
gosh.
if when a person infected individual coughs or sneezes in your immediate vicinity.
Oh my god.
Christ.
I suppose it's not that bad if you catch it and then you're immune. You know, we'll just have a
Yeah,
what's it
A
called?
week
An
of us.
itching pox party.
Yeah.
just all sitting around, just sneezing and just being like, "Don't look at me."
That's it.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I'm very tired.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
going to bed.
Yes.
Thanks-
Thank you very much for the
Thanks
session.
all.
Yeah,
alright.
thank you. It's fun.
Yeah, we'll. I had wanted to talk to you about it now, but it is late, so we'll worry about it after the fact. About doing. Alex would like to run a festive one shot.
I think so, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good.
Whether or not we can wrangle it before the end of this year, I don't know.
That's alright.
I don't know what people's plans are for Christmas and whatnot, but we can discuss it later. We don't have to do it right now.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm
In
pretty
theory, the
free.
22nd is free for me.
Cool.
We have our nails again on the 22nd.
Yeah, yeah.
Will there be festive nails?
At that time they will be, yeah.
Hell
Nice.
yes.
I don't know what,
There's other things I can look at, so
but that's pretty much it
yeah,
for me.
cool.
I guess also, like, I know Alex, you were saying you wanted to do this as an in-person one
Yeah.
shot.
Potentially, yeah.
The following week, for that sort of week from like Christmas through New Year, I have that entire week off. So there's nothing stopping us from doing this not on a Friday evening if that works for other people.
Well, there is also that, yeah.
Yeah. I will be working like the days that are not public holidays, but otherwise I'm free.
Yeah. I'll do a bit more prep and see. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and
Yeah.
we'll have a proper chat and decide exactly how we want to run this.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Great.
Sounds good.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much.
No.